Is it streaming for you?
Yeah, I think it's good now.
Okay, cool.
Yep, I think I'm live. Are we live?
Cool. All right. Cool.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
Let me go. Get off screen share.
I'm gonna just make this. Oh, you said stop the
Yeah. So then I can. Cool. All right, and then I'll go back to my stream.
Boom.
And
Boom.
I'm gonna start streaming in a second.
All right, bet. I'm gonna be back when you come back. I gotta grab something from the door.
All right, cool. All right.
Cool, we here, y'all.
All right, good to go. Let me start it in 1 second. All right. I guess I could just intro us too. That's cool. What's the name of your channel, Rock?
HRJ TV.
HRJ TV. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What is up, boxing fans around the world? We got another influencers card live on the zone. My man Rock called me up. Hasim the Rahman Jr. Of course, if you know your boxing, you know Hasim Jr. And he go ahead and called me up. Said, Sean, let's go ahead and commentate these fights tomorrow morning. I said, I can't turn you down, Rock. There's no way I would ever do that. So live from Fight Hype and HRJ of Hasim Rahman Jr. channel. Man, what's up, Rock? Go ahead.
What's up, man? It's an honor and a privilege to be up here with you, Sean. I think you're one of the future great minds in boxing. For y'all on my channel that's tuning in, Sean is a long lifetime friend. Has been with me since I actually started boxing. Has been a friend and a very great source to call up whenever I needed some boxing knowledge or some help or tips or insight on a fight or anything. And it's an honor to be here now. We about to cover these fights for y'all. It's gonna be a great night of fights. I think we was suffering with some technical difficulties. We apologize for that. So we missed the first fight that we were actually gonna cover, which was Idris against Anthony Taylor. Idris Virgo. Pretty Boy Taylor versus Idris Virgo. Yeah. So that
he took that from the man behind your right shoulder.
Yes. Money. Money. He went to money, so Anthony Taylor was the new Pretty Boy. But Pretty Boy wasn't so pretty tonight. Idris Virgo had a pretty easy time with him. I mean, he won every round. He dominated. He knocked him down in the third round. It was a good scrap, but Anthony Taylor, he's game. But Idris Virgo was just levels tonight. He was definitely on a different boxing level than Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor hadn't seen what Idris Virgo was dishing out tonight.
Yeah, and I joked around yesterday or 3 days ago when I was talking about Thurman and Spence. When people asked me about the influencer thing, and I said, I don't hate the player. I do hate the game a little bit, but I can't get mad at a lot of them young men training in the gym, and then still taking that physical risk of getting in the ring, taking punches. So I can't never knock their hustle. But talking about a larger, societal point, Anthony Taylor in 2023 almost talked his way into, being talked about in big exhibitions with Floyd Mayweather. It's just, that's crazy that's the world we're in now, right? Where, you might be better off talking it up to get a big fight than, staying active and doing all those things. But.
Yeah, Yeah, most definitely. But with all that talk, you gotta be ready to back it up, and that's why I love Misfits so much because it puts you and it puts these fighters in a real situation. These are real fights, and so far they've been competitive. From what I've seen, I'm not sure if Idris and Anthony were actually the first fight for tonight because it looks like the girls are coming up now, and we were not prepared for that, y'all. We were prepared for it to go as it showed online. It showed that Idris and Taylor would be second, but that's fine. Yeah, the girls coming on now. So
Faith Ordway against Ellie Brooke.
yes, yes. So in this fight, you never know. It's funny because I learned this going to the Misfits one. You really never know what you're gonna get with these fighters. That's why it's so interesting because you don't know how far they are along in their boxing journey, and this is our first time seeing them in combat. So some people look like they talk a great game, then they come out there and look crazy, and then some people look focused. Like you can see the focus in her eyes right now. You can see she's focused on this. This is something that she's taking serious. It's not a game for her. Now her opponent has been talking. Really big, and has already agreed to. I'm not sure if they agreed on a weight yet, but I know they do want to fight her and Astrid. Astrid Wet had who was on Misfits Series 2 and won by TKO. Her and Astrid were going at it. So, and looks like she's the favorite for this fight, or at least the A side, because she's walking second. But yeah, but this fight
got that Ebony Bridges look to her. I saw her go viral yesterday at the weigh-in.
Oh yeah. She did a couple things to go viral yesterday. But
and by the way, just to make sure with chat, some of the chat saying we can't hear Rock. I can hear you fine, Rock, but maybe go ahead and turn your mic up just to make sure everyone in the chat can hear you.
Can y'all hear me at all? Or can they hear me at all? Or is it let me check.
Says can't hear Rockmon. We can't hear the champ, says Sean the Icon. You guys can't hear me?
Can they hear me at all, or is it
fix something here? How's that? Go ahead and talk, Rock.
The screen is frozen. What's up, y'all?
You're good. You should be good now, I think. Are we good now, folks? Can you hear Rock?
The screen is frozen.
Go ahead, Rock.
What's up, y'all? I think they can hear me. My screen's just frozen on my YouTube. My screen is frozen. I can see right now.
Right back.
Yeah, y'all just stay tuned. Bear with us. I'm not actually showing the fight, so I'm not gonna worry about the video too much. So as long as y'all can hear me, it's should be y'all should be good.
Leonard Blavatnik didn't give you the rights. You don't got it like that, Rock?
Yeah, no, I ain't got it like that, not yet.
Okay. Good. Okay, they said yeah. Finally. Okay. All right. So take two. My man Hasim Rahman Jr. Of course here commentating the Misfits boxing. Beyond being a professional fighter, he's also really the expert tonight or this morning because he's familiar with all these people on the card, right, Rock?
Yeah, I'm familiar with most of them. Pretty much like 90% of the card I'm familiar with. I have not seen either one of these women fight, but mostly everybody else on the card I've either gotten a look at or seen them actually fight. This being Misfits 4, we got a lot of returnees to the series.
Bridges, right there behind Ellie Brooke.
Yep,
there she is.
That's crazy. You called that.
Weird numbered barcode on your DAZN streams too, that just pop up randomly during the fight. The little 6x7xy.
No, not yet. I haven't yet.
Okay, you will.
Yeah, I'll see it.
From it, that's all.
Okay.
It'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah, but familiarity with people on the card. I was actually sparring with Idris Virgo to get ready for Vitor Belfort.
You told me he was gonna beat Anthony Taylor last night.
I did.
Talking about doing this. You told me that.
I did. I felt like Anthony Taylor is a tough guy, but he just wasn't on the boxing level that Idris Virgo was at, and he showed toughness tonight. He showed heart and grit.
All right, round one. We're in round one of Faith Ordway and Ellie Brooke, and again, not Ellie Brooke getting the better of this exchange early on. Wouldn't you say, Rock?
Yeah, most definitely. You
They both just open. Yeah, she's definitely.
So always just like doing this kind of swimming thing where she's closing her eyes and just swinging, like swinging
with
for the
her head
fences.
down.
Yeah, putting her head down. That's not
Some of
good.
them are landing though. I mean, she's getting beat in this exchange, but even with punching wild and with her head down, she's getting off. She's letting her hands go and getting in. So now she goes down on the right hand.
Oh, that was a
Yeah,
good right hand. That was a good right hand, man. Brooke is definitely walking the walk right now because she talked a big game and now she's walking it. That was a good right hand put all the way down.
yeah. Or the way, let's see, she's not losing her courage yet. Actually getting rough in the clinch, punches to the back of the head. This it's sloppy stuff, but exchanges, punches and bunches both ways.
And this will be a 3-round fight, so that knockdown is huge.
Good right hand.
Ooh, another good right hand.
Yeah.
I think you're a little better than me. And I think she suffered a bloody nose, and she's gonna keep coming. 45 seconds left in this round, and Ordway looks out of it. Oh my goodness! Ordway is taking some big shots.
This is basically each of us let our hands go till someone drops, right?
Rock'em sock'em robots. Oh, big buddy nose on Ordway.
Getting pieced up, and the ref sees enough.
Yeah, that's it. First round knockout. I seen somebody predict this on Twitter yesterday, and I was like, how can you predict a first round knockout for her? And you never seen either one of them. But shout out to that person who predicted this first round knockout. That was a awesome performance. That was an awesome performance from Brooke. She talked the talk. She showed up to the weigh-in with a beer and a burger. She showed up to the weigh-ins with a beer and a burger and did her thing. Obviously, she took boxing more seriously than she let on at the weigh-in, showing up with the beer and a burger. And she scored the most impressive women's performance so far on Misfits. That was a hell of a show. She showed that she definitely took this serious, and she's got some pop. She definitely got some pop because Ordway's a big girl. Ordway's definitely a big girl. There she goes. She's screaming. She's going off right now, and that's what she's gonna do. It's gonna be hard to shut her up now because she was talking a big game before the fight.
Too, as you can see, Ebony Bridges holding her.
Oh yeah, she definitely, like I said, she went viral for a couple things yesterday. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's got a lot of content out there for y'all. Make sure y'all hit her with a follow, Twitter, Instagram, and she's doing push-ups now. She's not playing around. First round knockout with the push-ups on top. That's crazy.
Yeah, not not Hagler Hearns in terms of skill by any means, but it did look like Ella Brooke, correct me if I'm wrong, Brock, one advantage she had was simply keeping her head up, keeping her eyes open on what's coming back her way, right? And Faith Ordway, punching with her head down, not keeping her eyes up on what's coming back.
That's never a good recipe.
Fight, right?
That's never a good recipe. You're right. She kept her hands up. She actually kept her chin tucked. Her chin wasn't like way up in the air, which you'll see in a lot of beginners. You'll see their chin will be way up in the air. She kept her chin tucked. She kept her hands up in the correct position. And even when Ordway would stop, Brooke would keep going. Even if she was standing still, she would let go 2-3 punches. I think she let off like a 4-punch straight combination. Those are the things that you need, especially when you just starting off in this novice. This is like a novice division. So when you're starting off in that novice division, letting your hands go, not giving your opponent a chance to recoup and get themselves together, that killer instinct. She showed all that. That was great. That was a great showing by O'Brooke.
And for Faith Ordway, obviously complete boxing novice, she gets stopped in the first round, but just to show how you could give credit, to even the most novice of fighters who don't even make it out the first round, you can still find something good to say about someone getting in the ring because she showed courage. For
Absolutely.
as long as that fight lasted, even after getting dropped, she never stopped letting her hands go. Yep. She looked to the rep. So, Faith Ordway did show that courage and that heart, first of all, just to get in there. And then second of all, after getting stopped, knowing you don't really have any defense to stop what's coming back, you keep throwing anyways, and that's hard. So, you could we find we nitpick sometimes guys at the championship level, but that goes to show if you're really being honest, you could find something good to say even about the biggest novice who gets stopped in the first round, right?
Most definitely. We
Yeah.
just seen it. And a lot of it depends on the way they go out. But she just went out on her shield. She definitely gave it her all. And even at the end, when she was taking hellacious shots to the face, bleeding, bloody nose, she still didn't like turn her back and quit
No, she was
or
Peter McNeely
she would
and Tyson.
yeah, she's still trying to land that home run. She's still trying to get a home run swing. But yeah, that was a great showing. Welcome to Misfits Boxing. For L. L is looking like she's definitely gonna be back. I know people definitely gonna want to see her again. This is gonna be funny watching her and Astrid because Astrid is the self-proclaimed queen of misfits. So I think that L has a stake that she wants to put in there. She wants to go ahead and take that title.
What is she saying? I know we can't share audio here, but I don't know if you can hear her.
Okay, the office didn't know what it means to have a theme around to get easy. That's what you call a TKO. So her and Asher were going about back and forth about her fight, and she's saying that I will give it to you. She's saying
Her face already marked up, and it was only again just a round, but they threw down for as long as it lasted.
Yeah.
Facial tissue showing up for both girls after that fight.
Yeah, those girls were both bloody. There was a bloody nose on both of them. It was a lot that happened in that little 2 minutes. Cause that was a 2 minute women's round. That was fast paced and definitely one of the best Misfits fights so far to me, just because of the hype that was around it.
Let's go ahead and call it the female Hagler Hearns of Misfits 3.
There you go. I like that. Misfits 4. Misfits 4.
Right,
I like that. Yeah. I like that. That was definitely nice. And shout out to Prime. Prime is giving a knockout of the night. So yeah, be tuned in to see if that is going to be our knockout of the night. I'm not sure. So they're not going off of the schedule that was released online, y'all. So we're not sure who's coming up next. I believe it was supposed to be Ryan Taylor and Swarms, but it may be the mystery opponent and I'm sorry, I lost his name. B Dave, yeah, B Dave and the mystery opponent. So
is that for Baltimore? Is he Baltimore Dave?
I highly doubt it.
Okay, all right. Yeah. We know only the most thorough come from Baltimore.
Right.
So we don't. Yeah.
Let's go, Brooke. Okay, I see y'all in the chat now. I apologize. My screen's frozen on YouTube. I apologize. I don't know if I'm frozen on Fight Hype, but yeah.
No, I think we're good. We're good on Fight Hype.
Okay, cool. So if y'all can't see me here and y'all want to actually see, then go ahead and
DAZN.com.
Yeah, DAZN.com. Go ahead and hit that pay-per-view. Also, you could go to Fight Hype on YouTube, and they are live as well. Y'all could go ahead and tune in over there, and then you can see the audio, see the video, and hear the audio at the same time. That's if y'all.
Yeah, just they going through those highlights.
Yeah, see.
Ella Brooke, keeping her eyes up, Faith Ordway not keeping her eyes up, and placing her shots just a little bit better. Placing that right hand, actually seeing the shot and placing it as opposed to Faith Ordway, who was just letting her hands go with reckless abandon. But and we do mean reckless abandon. We're not just
man, some of them punches were landing like oof. Yeah, and like I said, she did turn around. When the ref stopped it, she was looking L directly in the eye, ready to punch back, but it just was she definitely wasn't ready. Okay, here we go. So we got the mystery fight next, and then we got Ryan Taylor Swarms. Oh no, we have Ryan Taylor Swarms next, and then the mystery opponent. Okay, I apologize for that, y'all. So yeah, we got the
again, because Rock, this is you're more familiar with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan Taylor Swarms, either one. What's the boxing background of both guys, and what's the social media what put these guys on and gave them?
Okay, so I'm actually more so on the boxing familiarity. I didn't know where anybody came from because obviously the world's so large and so many
Right.
people have huge influences. But I will say, I went to Misfits. I went to Misfits 2, and Ryan Taylor fought on Misfits 2, and he had a huge support system in Sheffield, England. So I'm not sure if his fan base is more in England or if his fan base is more in America. Whichever it is, they're huge out there. I'm gonna go ahead and guess and say that it's the UK. But yeah, huge on social media as a social media influencer, and gave Slim a good fight. So I expect him to do good tonight. I expect him to win tonight because Swarms, you got to remember, Swarms still just started boxing. He started boxing in July, August, I believe, and this isn't. Ryan Taylor didn't look terrible when he fought before. He actually was in a good fight, and I just think that someone with that experience and against someone who's just starting off, y'all remember Swarms was called in very late notice to come in and fight KSI and to replace Alex Wasabi in that night that KSI fought Swarms in Pineda. So Swarms had to learn how to box. He was a rapper. Swarms was a rapper and had done a feature.
Mama mentality in the chat just said Brian Taylor is a YouTuber. He's American, and
Okay.
yes, Swarms is a rapper. Brian actually has good boxing skills. He's saying, but now
Yeah, he does.
Versus saying Brian Taylor is British. So we got a couple differing people in the chat. But no, go on, Rock.
Yeah. So with the height advantage, Ryan Taylor 6'1", Swarms is 5'8". They weigh the same thing. They're both from the UK. They're putting it on here now. So they're both from the UK. Taylor.
Is Ryan Taylor a BMX guy by any chance?
Maybe. He may be.
Me and Rock know our boxing. But
Yeah.
Our social media game, you guys could feel free to help us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drop it in the chat. Swarm's gonna get the KO round one. Oreo says Swarm's gonna get the KO round one. If Swarms loses, he wasn't serious. So I will say this: Swarms definitely looks a lot better than he did in the KSI match for Misfits Series 1. Let's see how much of an improvement he made, because, he literally, when you say people get credit for actually getting in there, even as a novice, that's literally all the credit we could give him in the first fight. And
Right.
yeah, he was turning around, falling down. He looked like a person that had never sparred before. So tonight he's had months and months of training. Let's see from the August fight all the way to now. We're in January. Let's see how much better he's gotten. He has I seen his trainers. Well, the trainers that he had for him at Misfits 1, they came to America with other fighters, and actually the other fighters were doing really well.
There's
So,
that barcode I told you about. You see it?
oh no, it didn't pop up over here.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I do see it. 575.
5C7.
Yeah,
The zone got to get that right.
yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. That was random.
I'm not hating on the zone, but Showtime ESPN would be caught dead letting some shit like that pop up in the middle of their fight.
That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. I'm glad you pointed that
How
out.
y'all losing $3 billion and you got barcodes still popping up? Anyway, go on, bro.
Woo. Okay, so we got Ryan Taylor coming out now, going old school with it. Ryan Taylor's going old school. He is walking out with no robe, shirt off, ready to go, ready for that bell to ring. Big smile. He's ready to show out. He looks focused. He's dancing a little bit. Oh yeah, this is the space.
Like, man, the ring walk. Everybody, I feel like all boxing fans, they fantasize about it. What's it like?
It all depends on the fight and the fighter. Some fighters they don't really they don't really read too much into the entrance. Some people feel like that's a big part of the fight. Some people feel like that's where they draw their energy. And I believe that it absolutely is. I believe that it is an important part of the fight because it sets the tone. And if it wasn't an important part of the fight, so many champions in the history of the sport would not have walked second on purpose. It would just be random.
Right.
It wouldn't be set in stone that the champion walks second. So when you're out there, when you're in there, and you got your opponent waiting in the ring, it can be beneficial as a challenger to already be out there. Like, yeah, tell the champ, bring me out my belt. And then when you're the champ, yeah, they gotta wait for me. It's on me. I'm the main of the show. I'm what everybody came to see. I'm the champ. That's why I'm walking second.
Sometimes, like being there, sometimes even just the song sets the tone. Like,
yes.
Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, right? I picked Taylor, but then the day before the fight, the kind of edge, the kind of mentality, or I picked Ramirez, the kind of edge that Taylor had, I said, I might have made the wrong pick here. Mm-hmm. Then he comes out to 50. If I can't do it,
it can't be done.
I can't
do
it. I'm like, yeah, he's about to do this.
And
And, sometimes it's a tone setter.
Yep, absolutely, man. And fighters drive off of that. That may be the drive to get them through the fight because it's the last thing you remember hearing before you have to hit the switch. It's the last song you remember hearing. It's your last vibe, and then sometimes it may be a theme from your training camp. It may be
Ugas. Ugas when he's getting ready for Spence.
Yeah.
This man would only listen to 3 songs over and over again. About the revolution in Cuba. And, that's it. He was just playing these 3 songs over and over again. So yeah, it's.
Okay, so about to start round 1.
Here we go, round 1.
Ryan Taylor is known as the headbutt king, y'all. So beware. Beware if things get a little crazy. This is Misfits, so you never know. You never know.
Links, Liam, but the fight is on the zone if you want to tune in now. Otherwise, you keep it locked in with me and Rock on this round by round. Ryan Taylor versus Swarms. Here we go, round 1. Wild right hand there by Ryan Taylor, and then he falls into that clinch with Swarms. These are 3-minute rounds. 3-minute rounds.
Swarms keeping that left hand low. He cannot do that at this level. If Ryan Taylor uncorks the career, I see. One thing I will say about Swarms, he is 10 times more confident. He's 10 times more confident. We already 30 seconds into the fight, and he hasn't turned his back. So this is definitely a better showing for him. If he can start letting his hands go, what's going on?
I don't know. Now they back. Ryan Taylor backs all the way out of range, and Swarms, instead of cutting distance or something like that, he kind of waves on like, "Where are you going?" And now the ref's already taking a look at Ryan Taylor. I noticed the reaction from Taylor from that up jab. I wonder if that cut him. I feel like that.
But that shouldn't. You can't call. What is he calling timeout? You can't call a timeout. What is he saying? He can't see. The first round has been stopped at 2 minutes and 11 seconds, y'all. It's been stopped with 2 minutes 11 seconds to go. There seems to be something going on with Ryan Taylor. He said he can't see. Now, if that's caused from that up jab, then that's a technical knockout. That's TKO.
Because they see the replays.
They put
them in the headbutt because they clinched immediately.
This is. But he doesn't.
When he hit him with that up jab, he reacted to it. He stepped out of range a couple of steps, and he reacted to it.
So this is where you'll see a big difference between traditional boxing and where we are right now in Misfits boxing. 100%. I don't think that in traditional boxing, a fighter that can clearly see out of both eyes is sitting there saying, but then again, we just seen Tank. Is that it? The fight's over?
It could be.
Okay, so he can clearly see out of both these eyes. I just think that I don't know if that jab from Swarms really derailed him that much.
Let's see what it was.
Here's the replay, y'all. And they take it down.
And been a lot of clowning going on by Swarm.
And his team is in the ring now, so I believe it's that's crazy.
KO1.
That's
I
crazy.
think that's it. I think that's.
But Ryan Taylor,
KO1,
he
Ryan
quit.
Taylor, that's technically he quit, right?
Yeah, I believe he quit. I believe he quit. That's I mean just you. This is boxing, man. You got to fight through that. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And he didn't even.
He needed to show some heart like Faith did.
He didn't even attempt. He didn't even attempt. And again, somebody said Swarms KO1. Somebody said Swarms KO1. And I'm like, what? How? After how he looked. And Swarms comes back and redeems himself. That is the ultimate redemption. He was embarrassed. He admitted he was embarrassed. And he went back to the drawing board. Like I said, he looked 10 times better, but I mean, come on, man. Ryan Taylor
with the commentator's curse, brother. The commentator's curse is when you say, and they haven't been able to make a 3 all night, and they make a 3.
cash.
Right when you said, I don't know if he can keep his hands down like that up jab.
Yup. As soon as I said it, he boom came with the up jab. I didn't give him that. I did not give him that. But like I said, okay, so this is where I need you. Not too long ago, I believe it was the end of October, or no, I believe it was November. It may have even been early.
Shout out to Boxiana. What's up, Boxiana? Good to see you, homegirl. Thank you for being in the chat. Go ahead, Brock. My bad.
May have been early November where there was a foreigner. I'm not sure of his name, but he main evented here in Las Vegas at the Palms. Do you remember his name?
Jonathan.
Okay, do you remember who he fought?
Denzel Bentley.
Who is from the UK. He's from the Great Britain. He has, him and Swarms have the same trainers. They have the same trainer. I seen the same trainers that was training Swarms was training this guy. So I know he's been in a serious boxing background, because that guy actually took him to distance. And it's like, you know, those guys are tough. That guy was tough. He didn't come.
Denzel Bentley's a good fighter.
Yeah,
he has a lot of heart. And he told me from the part of the UK he comes from, they all got heart. His area that he came from, and so Swarms might, be from that same area, and he showed a lot more heart than Ryan Taylor did.
Nah, yeah, and that is a crazy turnaround. Welcome to Misfits Boxing. Swarms goes from being embarrassed. I mean, probably one of the worst boxing performances I ever seen against KSI. It was completely embarrassing, and turns around and makes somebody quit in the first round. That's crazy because
Anderson Gibb kind of had this redemption with Misfits, right?
Yep.
The first fight before it was even a Misfits boxing, he fought Jake Paul, right?
Yep.
It's the bloody nose. Looked like he didn't belong really in the boxing ring.
Yep.
And he didn't really change his funky, unorthodox style. And he winds up fighting Austin McBroom, who punches a lot more textbook than him, is more athletic than him, but he just was such a dog, and he redeems himself. Now he went from a joke to, I wouldn't want to fight him. He throws a lot of punches and doesn't seem to stop.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy because exactly like you said, he went from a joke after he lost to Jake Paul to now he's like one of the top dogs in the influencer scene, and
he's a little crazy.
For real. And they fought on Social Gloves. Shout out to Social Gloves. They fought on Social Gloves, who is another influencer, promoter, crossover boxing platform. And that I actually was at that fight. I attended that fight. Austin McBroom versus Gibb, and that was a great fight to watch, man. It's like I said, these fights may not be great in a sense of we are watching great fighters go at it, but they're great in the eye of entertainment, for entertainment value.
When it all started, I'm curious. I want you to answer this after I talk about it, which is how long do you think it takes for an average person of average athletic ability? Because clearly someone with good athletic ability, they might be able.
Did you see that replay? I'm sorry. Did you see that replay? Watch Ryan Taylor's reaction when he gets jabbed.
Yep, it was
He
the
literally
right?
says it like "woo" and then wipes his face. That's a
The boy caught it in real time.
You did.
Yeah.
Caught it in real time because he definitely had a huge reaction, negative reaction to that jab. That is crazy. That is crazy.
The way a lot of normal people would react in the ring, though, right?
Yeah, but not quit. Especially when I've seen this man take a punch before. That's why I'm like I know he will take a punch, keep going, but to lose like that is embarrassing, man. Especially I don't know how familiar with boxing Ryan Taylor is, but that is absolute no. You don't. There's no way you do that. This guy jabbed you, and it hurt your eye, even if you can't see out your eye.
Me like that, it knocked me into the ropes, but I didn't quit. Right?
Exactly. He kept coming. I mean, this is the thing. You're getting paid money to come out there and put your life on the line. You disrespect the sport a little bit when you quit like that. That was not it from Ryan Taylor. He seen the very first bit of controversy that he seen. He checked in. That is absolutely not respectable or acceptable.
Now, what I wanted to ask you was, because when I saw these guys, Jake and Logan and Gibb, when they started, Jake and KSI, Jake and Logan, I was saying to myself, damn, they're kind of good for just going 6 months and training. And then I think their first fight was 6 rounds, and I'm sitting there going, how are these guys doing this when I was dead tired trying to go 3 rounds? You know, when we were in the amateurs, I couldn't get out of 3 rounds without being dead. So I was kind of impressed out the gates with their conditioning. And so that leads me to the question, Rock, how long do you think it takes an average person to train in boxing and not make a fool of themselves? To look like they at least know what they're doing in there?
Well, the average person can't even. I don't even think that the average person can box. You gotta be a little crazy to to get this done. There has to be a little bit of. You gotta fight from something. You have to fight from something. This is what we just seen from Ryan Taylor. He had nothing to fight for. He had nothing to keep him going. It was just like he just gave up.
You had to grow up fighting. Or you grew up getting bullied. Or
exactly.
Something's gotta
something. Even if you come.
Willingly wants to walk in the gym and learn how to get their face punched.
Exactly. Even if you coming from, even if you coming from another sport, if you're coming from another sport and you come over to boxing as a young person or an older person, I mean, you have to have some type of drive. But to answer your question, I would to be able to compete, I would stay out of any competition for within the first year that I was boxing, because you really want to know how to do it. You really want to know and go through and see if this is something that you want to do. And people lose their lives doing this every year. So I would recommend a year. I would recommend a year in the gym before you get amateur or pro fight experience. And that's just my recipe.
What about 6 months before sparring? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, about depending on your progression, because everybody's different. Some people come in the gym and they can spar after the first 2 months. Some people can come in and spar in the first month. Everybody's different, but I would still give it a solid, just anywhere from 8 months to 12 months for your first fight. Just make sure that this is actually what you want to do, and you don't get in there, get hit with the jab, and quit, like we just seen. That was a good showing. So now we got the mystery fight.
They got him on a good spot, right? The orbital bone.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll get hit there and you can't see, or sometimes you'll get hit there and your vision will be blurred. But you know, boxing is a tough game, tough sport, and you have to you gotta have your poker face on out there. You can't let the world know that you can't see out your eye. If you can't see out your eye, so what? If you can't breathe out your nose, so what? You keep going, and that's just something that boxing fans expect. Traditional boxing fans expect that. I don't know what realm
It's
Ryan.
It's a lot to expect, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and
Right.
Ryan Taylor will feel the heat. I'm pretty sure he's gonna feel the heat from this because that is not acceptable. What he did. So, but he's already put on a good performance, at least a good effort.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit confusing about Ryan Taylor, but hey, it is what it is. Swarms gets the win. Congratulations to him.
Rock, I got a couple questions in the chat. Wanted to talk about with you while we're waiting here in between fights.
Yep.
K22 said, Sean, off topic, but what's my thoughts on Anthony Joshua teaming up with Derek James? I mean, I think I just wonder if it's too late, if Joshua's dropped a couple too many fights and being in his 30s, how much he can adapt and absorb what Derek's telling him. I do think Derek, as a trainer, brings everything to the table Anthony needs. So I think Derek's going to do his part. I just don't know if Joshua can make good on his part after taking some losses, some setbacks, and getting into his 30s now. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think, Rock?
I think it's a great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how it is as a fit. Everything doesn't work for everyone, but I think that it's a great fit. Look at how many different styles that Derek James has molded. Look at the success that Charlo's had since he's come over. Look at the success of his star pupil, Earl Spence. Look at the success of Frank Martin. He has other fighters down there who are gaining momentum in the fight game in that stable, and just the way they train down there, I'm pretty sure Anthony was in the gym. He's seen how hot it was, and he's seen how hard all these guys go, and I believe it's a great pick. Little early to see if it's a great fit. Little early to see if it's a great fit because we don't know how their styles are gonna clash. I would have liked to see him give Robert Garcia another shot because he hopped into the toughest fight in the division aside from.
That's what Derek said he's not about to do. Derek said we're not taking a Wilder fight.
Exactly.
We're taking 2 or 3 fights before we take a Wilder or someone like that.
You gotta know the car you're driving. You gotta know the car you're driving, and the fighter is the car, is the engine, is the steering wheel, is the wheels, everything, the gas tank. The fighter is that. So Derek James, seeing obviously Anthony Joshua develop throughout his career, and
but he's got to know how he ticks.
Exactly, he's got to know what his
mind works.
Yep.
How
he feels when he's in.
Does in the ring when X, Y, and Z happens.
Yep. Exactly. How he feels in the ring when he's faced with certain situations. What you do in the gym, you're generally going to do in the fight. So if he can fix it in the gym, then he should be able to go ahead and give him the correct instruction to go ahead and be able to fix it in the fight. And then it's a good thing that Derek did come out and say that because, yes, you don't want to go out there and fight Deontay Wilder and be still learning, still working on stuff. You want to work on stuff, then go out there. Let me see if this works. Let me see how I feel when I do it in a fight, because he's gonna learn some new things. I don't care who you are. Even Floyd Mayweather still learns things about boxing every single day. You always can learn. Nobody knows every single move. Nobody knows every single thing about boxing. That's why the science is so beautiful. His
shoulder roll only got better as time went on. I mean, as he went up in weight class, a little less offensively explosive and proficient, but defensively, he really only got better at that.
And that comes from learning every day, repetition. It comes from doing it over and over and over and over again. And I think that Floyd was still learning, even at the tail end of his career. He may still even be learning now doing these exhibitions. You never know. I do think that if I was to predict, I think that Derek James and Anthony Joshua will have success. That is probably the best pick he could have made. From me seeing that the people that he did train with, I don't know everyone, but the people that he did visit, I'm pretty sure Derek James was the best fit, and he's got the undisputed super welterweight world champion. He's got the 3-time welterweight world champion. There's a lot of belts over there. So he's gonna feel in good company being around champions.
Yeah, they're talking to Deji right now, who gave the great Floyd Mayweather a black eye in that fight, which is crazy, right? I mean, we grew up watching Floyd not get touched by legitimately great fighters, but old Deji got a shot in on him.
You can't swim without getting wet, and I think that if Deji could do it over, he would have fought that fight a little different. I think that he has he's done okay, so you guys aren't, I don't know how familiar you are with Deji, but Deji was on a crazy losing streak. He couldn't get a win. He could not get in the win column. And he fought Fusi last year, got in the win column, and that one win over Fusi boosted him to a fight with Floyd. So Deji's at a place now where he's gonna. I know he wants to come back. He wants to make a good impression on the influencer scene, and by him being KSI's little brother, he definitely feels that he's heir to the throne and wants to make just as big a splash as Logan and Jake make as KSI and Deji.
Right. Well, I mean, I know the fight. Everybody's talking. Hold on, Rock. Go ahead and address this in the chat. Aruwak EM says Hasim Rahman afraid of Jake Paul in all caps.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine me being afraid of anybody. I've been hearing this for months. And months. But y'all, how many times have y'all, whoever typed that, how many times have you heard Jake Paul say Hasim Rahman Jr.'s name since the fight's been off? You haven't heard it, and you won't hear it. And when he does his interviews, he telling them, "Don't ask me about him." So who sounds scared? You go ask yourself that.
Him and the manager, Nakisa, right? Are they putting
Don't ask us anything about Rahman. If you ask us anything about Rahman, it's over. It's all.
His recollection on the 2 Rahman Lewis fights. You think they won't even answer that at this point? Or?
I don't think so. I
can't get him to talk about Rock Senior.
I'm not sure. I know they ain't talking about me. I know he don't even want to say my name, and he's not gonna say my name. And that goes to show you who's scared. Why would I be scared of somebody I agreed to fight? And then I agreed to fight him. I fought somebody before him. I fought somebody 20-0. And after him, I fought a elite athlete that was 325 pounds. So you tell me, where have you ever seen me scared? You'll never see me scared. I'm a warrior.
Did that feel good? Again, we're kind of killing time in between bouts here too. Well, now we got B-Dave coming to the ring. But did that feel good following that fight? When people like Clarissa jumped in to kind of defend you and pick you up and give you your respect?
I'll tell you this, man. Shout out. I love Clarissa, man. Shout out to Clarissa.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, I have had countless number of amateur fights, fought in the Olympic trials twice. Fought in
many greats such as myself.
True. Sparred world champions all the way down to people who've never fought before. I've sparred so many people in my life, and of all the sparring sessions, of all the fights, of any time I've ever gotten in a boxing ring, I've never ever gotten that much positive reinforcement after a fight than I did after this fight, and it wasn't expected. Like when I went back to the locker room, and then when I left the locker room, I wasn't expecting people to respond the way that they did. Obviously, I was let down, and I was disappointed. But and yes, definitely shout out to Carissa, because she was one of the first people to say something.
A boxing brotherhood, sisterhood moment, like all the fellow fighters kind of were the ones that reached out the most.
I would like to say that, but a lot of this just shows your true colors. A lot of people haven't reached out or didn't reach out that I thought would, but it's fine. You live and you learn, and you learn people, and it's never.
Like they may love you and they just being lazy
Oh yeah, no, I know, because I'm bad with that too. I've had people that I love seen them lose fights and chose not to reach out. So, we'll see. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the mystery opponent being unveiled right now.
It's John Cena.
So let's see who this is. They got the lights off. In the building. And it's Pineda. Wow. Luis Pineda. That is, nobody predicted that one. I didn't see that one coming.
Who's Luis Pineda?
Okay. All right. So Pineda, the guy walking to the ring. It's so funny. This fight comes right after the Swords fight. He's heavily known on the influencer scene. This guy is a professional boxer. Pineda is a professional boxer. He kind of looks like it. He is, and he was chosen to come in and fight KSI, and he fought KSI on Misfits Series 1.
Man, he's about to fuck this dude up. He's about to fuck Patty Pimblett up.
He also had an embarrassing performance the last time. Maybe even more embarrassing than Swarms. So,
Dave did?
No, we haven't seen B-Dave. I'm talking about Pineda.
Okay.
Pineda had an embarrassing performance right now, so we can't put the cart before the horse. Huh?
We're not talking about Rafael Pineda, right?
No, nowhere close. This guy, wow. Okay, so we got 6'3" versus 5'9", USA versus Mexico, 3 rounds, light heavyweight division. This is the return of Luis Alcaraz Pineda, who fought KSI on Misfits Series 1. So all y'all people who are tuning in who have been watching the Misfits series and that tuned into the first Misfits series where KSI fought 2 times in one night, he fought Swarms. They had the rest of the card. He fought Swarms first fight of the night. He fought Swarms. The rest of the card proceeded to go. You had a very memorable night of fighting. Dean the Great, Slim. There was so many good fights on that card in the influencer scene. And then at the end of the card for the main event, KSI fought Luis Pineda. So now, and it was
from Long Beach, Rock. He's from Strong Beach.
Oh wow. Okay. And B Dave he said that his training regimen consisted of drinking a lot of alcohol and smoking a lot of cigarettes. That's how bad boys do it.
I can see it in his lower abdomen.
He said that's how bad boys do it. So yeah, I'm glad that I didn't know, because it's actually a genuine surprise for me to see Pineda here. But it's actually like, okay, so who's gonna look better, Pineda or Swarms? That's the storyline here, because they both look terrible, and now Swarms come.
I got a feeling this is gonna be really bad for B-Dave.
Oh, you taking Pineda on a whim? Let's see.
I'm taking the Mexican. Yep.
Maybe a good pick. He looks a lot more confident, and I'm surprised no one from England recognized this man walking around, because he fought on Mr. Swan. I'm so surprised no one recognized him walking around and tweeted that he was in the UK, and that would have definitely gave it up that he was the mystery opponent.
Dave got the 1980s mullet going, and kind of reminds me of the dude whose last name was Cooper that fought Floyd in Floyd's second or third fight.
Jerry Cooper. I'm not sure. He looks like
you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I do. I definitely do. Yep. I think it was his third fight. He reminds me of. He looks like he could be Kenzie Morrison's brother. It's just crazy that Morrison. Yep. That Morrison mullet is legendary. So that's just the first thing I thought of when I seen it.
Kenzie can be better shape than this, though. All right, here we go.
No, yeah, way. I'm just saying in appearance wise. Let's see.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Round 1, here we go.
All right, round 1, and walking into the right hand right away is B-Dave. B-Dave actually landed that jab first. B-Dave getting kept on the outside.
Now exactly what I was gonna say, Sean. You see how Pineda showing his boxing experience, showing that he can keep his opponent at the end of his punches. That's good. If he can do that if he can keep B Dave right here, he's gonna stop him because B Dave's gonna gas out.
That's no man.
Especially if he touches the body. And what a turnaround it would be. I'm rooting for Pineda. Never thought I would say that. Y'all. I'm rooting for Pineda.
Trying to be rough in the clinches, eating 2 jabs on the outside, swinging wildly and missing wildly, getting kept on those long arms from Pineda.
And B Dave's actually good body shot. Ooh. And followed up with a brutal combination and keeping him on the outside. Yes, and keeping him on the outside and actually extending a hand and stepping around at the same time is actually looking like Pineda this is the Pineda that we expected to fight KSI.
Right.
But KSI just took his weapons away. I'm sorry, go ahead, Sean.
On the inside there by Pineda. Yeah, we saw a good jab on the
outside.
Yeah.
Oh, good right hand.
Pineda's punch is just coming much straighter down the pipe than B Dave, who swinging, kind of roundhouse punches, tries to throw the straight right hand, but he can't really thread the needle. He kind of, loops it a little bit, trying to get some oomph on it, but he is getting tagged up and pieced up on the outside right now. Trying to get rough in the clinch, Brock. B Dave. Well, now he's not. He's not letting his hands go in the clinch.
I'll tell you one thing: if Pineda continues to keep him on the outside like that, if he can touch the body, he can end this fight.
I want to see that left hook to the body.
Yeah, that left hook to the body was beautiful. About like 45 seconds ago. But oh my goodness, this is gonna get B Dave's tough, but it is just once again a levels. This is a levels thing. Pineda obviously with much more experience. He's the professional boxer. He is keeping him on the end with his instinct just in boxing. Oh, good body.
Yep. Straight right hand. B Dave holding up to a lot of punishment in round 1 to his credit.
Good 1-2.
Made the mullet pop up.
Okay, Pineda. Yeah. And going after the kill, letting his hands go 3-4 punch combinations.
Right up.
Oh my goodness, great flurry on the ropes.
Another right hand. I'm surprised B Dave is standing for
that
kind of punishment.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't look like Pineda packs the hardest punch, but they are accurate shots, and they definitely are landing home.
Yeah, but he hit him with about 50 clean rocket shots.
Big round 1 for Pineda.
Huge round. Ain't no way the referee allows B Dave to walk through 2 more rounds of that kind of punch.
Oh no. These next 2 rounds go the way that first round went. It's gonna be early night.
And like Faith Ordway, that first fight we called, no real skill from B Dave, but heart for sure.
Absolutely. And a lot of people don't realize if B Dave hadn't taken this seriously and hadn't actually done some
be on the canvas already.
Exactly. He wouldn't have made it out of the first round. He wouldn't have made it out of the first round. And
you gotta be in some kind of shape, even though, like you said, Pineda's not a puncher. You
how
gotta be in some kind of shape to take that kind of beating in round 1.
And also remember, how tough is it to be out there? You're on the influencer scene. You haven't fought on TV before. You're fighting on TV first round. Not only is this your first time doing this, you don't even know who you're fighting. So B Dave has to get a little credit for that, because he didn't even he had no idea that he was going to be fighting a professional boxer.
To start round 2, he picked his hands up a little bit. It looks like he understands he's got to get to a certain distance before he starts punching.
He's learning on the job. You saying he's learning on the job? Oh, good body.
Yep, learning on the job. Ate a left hook to the body there, and then a 1-2 over the top by Pineda. But he's trying to be a little more selective with his shots. Is B Dave, right?
Yeah, he definitely. They've both slowed down the pace this round, but Pineda's still doing a beautiful job. Look at that defense. Like he's not letting B Dave get too comfortable. Even though the pace is slowed down, I like to see him go back to the long shots that he was using in the first round. Go back to sticking that jab out there. Um, he's the professional, so he should start. He should start turning it up towards the end of the round, just because he knows and he's been here.
I see B-Dave at least trying to make a couple adjustments, not just open up from too far out. Keep your hands up, step inside a little bit more. Try to cut that distance a little bit before you start firing. And it has made Pineda at least slow down a little bit with his pace. See, there you go. He just missed with that left hook, B-Dave. Trying to step inside first before letting go. And now Pineda not letting his hands go.
And I was going to say that. I was going to say Pineda looks to have lost a lot of the confidence that he had in the first round. B-Dave may even, dare I say, be winning it. Before that right hand, I was going to say he may have been winning this round.
He took it good, though.
He did. And he's coming back firing right hands of his own. Let's see. Let's see, man. There's a minute left in this second round. It's still up for grabs, in my opinion. Pineda doing a lot of holding. He's doing a lot of holding, and he's initiating these clinches.
He is.
And he's gonna get a second warning from the referee. It's a second warning from the referee, and he was warned about this.
3-round fight, you can't be clinching that much.
He was warned about this in the KSI fight, and there he goes and is holding the glove, holding on to the side of the head. And the referees
do this when they're outmatched, Rock. When they're getting pieced up on the outside, they start to only. They won't even punch at mid to close range. They'll start to only punch in the clinches.
Yeah.
Right, where they feel safe, either too close to the guy or too far away.
Because they feel like when they let their hands go from the good right hand coming out the clinch from Pineda. Down goes B-Dave.
He was trying to get rough in that clinch, like I was saying.
Yep.
And Pineda.
I think his corner's gonna stop it. Oh no, it's the end of the round. End of the round. Right at the end of the round, Pineda scores a knockdown with the overhand right coming out of the clinch. That's a beautiful boxing punch. You'll see a lot of boxers actually throw that shot. You will see that shot over and over again this year.
At the highest level, they'll push that shoulder off. And then
they'll push you. So at a higher level, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and create space by pushing off with either the elbow or the shoulder, wherever your body is, boom. And you see Pineda was already in range with the left hand. See, he tried to find the range there, and then boom, come right over the top with the right. So in a more traditional sense, you would try to push him off with whatever's over here and use that momentum that's coming back automatically. Use that momentum coming back to fire the right hand. So that was a beautiful shot by Pineda after having an ugly round. So now Pineda had a big round one.
Kind of trick in his toolbox that someone like B-Dave isn't going to have.
Yeah, definitely. All Pineda has to do is stick and move this round, and it's going to be definitely another redemption story. This is Misfits boxing. This man, like I said, was on TV, on the Zone, Misfits Series 1, main event. And he was embarrassed. It was one of the, he was on the floor. He got knocked down. He was turning his back. He was complaining about being hit. Good right hand.
Chopping right hand, right?
And,
chopping right hand.
And he is all the way redeemed himself tonight. This is another good overhand. This is
and B-Dave's been a dog.
Yes.
He's been getting beat from opening bell, but has really never stopped coming forward. He's eaten about close to 100 power shots tonight.
Yeah.
He's been a tough customer in terms of heart, no doubt about it. And he's shown a pretty decent chin.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I believe that he's taking harder shots than the shot he was knocked down with.
That was the one.
Good body shot.
Right?
Excuse me?
He didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, he didn't see that one coming. That's why I put him down. He didn't see it coming. And he thought there was going to be something like this where they're in the clinch and they're clinched up. And something about Misfits boxing I want y'all to pay attention to as traditional boxing fans. It's natural to see faces in the crowd. Look at the faces in this crowd. There are young faces in this crowd. There are kids in the front. There are legit, that kid can't be no more than 12 years old. The kid on the left can be no more than probably 8 or 9 years old. This is the beautiful part. this is opening the door of boxing to the younger generation, and books before hooks, but hooks before crooks.
Of Pineda spit out his mouthpiece there. Yep.
Oh yeah, he trying to buy some time. But yes, I love seeing the young faces in the crowd because you never know if that kid is gonna take this experience going to this fight and stay in the gym, and that's gonna keep him out of trouble, or that's gonna build his discipline or build his drive to do something else great in life, as opposed to whatever negative things are out there. I just love to see the young people in the crowd.
And the hope for me would be, and right now Pineda actually turned B-Dave into the corner, got with some combinations there, but
He didn't capitalize on it. He let him right out as soon as he turned him over to the corner. Oh, good uppercut. Great uppercut and a straight right hand. Hey, B-Dave got a chin on him. B-Dave got a chin on him because even if Pineda's not punching hard, these shots are accurate. Yes, these shots are definitely accurate, man. And he's hitting them pinpoint on the chin. 20 seconds to go in the third. It looks like another redemption story. And testament to KSI and what level he's on. He is not on the level of what people would think that a YouTuber or an influencer would be. He handled the last two fights we've seen. He embarrassed those guys. And they just came out, and their opponents weren't the best in the world. But just look at the performances that they put on. Pineda didn't change much, but his performance was a lot different because of the level of competition. So look at KSI and see that he's not on the same level as these influencers. That's what a boxer, a traditional boxer, and an influencer should have looked like the first time. He should have did the same thing to KSI, but he couldn't. KSI took all his weapons away by using weapons of his own. So definitely, man, I'm excited for the main event. The two people that they give KSI so much trouble for, they give him so much static about fighting Swarms, about fighting Pineda, because he had to exchange them for Alex Wasabi on the first fight. But look at this guy. This guy's got the cruiserweight champion of the world. Look at Breedis in his corner. Former cruiserweight champion of the world. World Series of Boxing, I believe. No, well, not World Series of Boxing. What is it called? WSBB.
World Series of Boxing. Yeah, that's it.
World Series of Boxing. Did he win?
Which one?
He won, right? He won the second one? Breedis. Breedis.
Or Breedis did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Breedis won.
He was rated the number one guy. He got knocked off.
Oh wow.
Like he wasn't unified or lineal, but he was considered the top
cruiserweight
in the world. Yeah.
And as y'all can see, obviously Kali and Nisa Sarlin, who are pretty much the backbone of this whole Misfits and crossover boxing scene coming over into boxing. Shout out to them. I love the Sarlin brothers, both of them. They are huge, and they have come up with so many things that have given a fresh air to boxing. So thank them for the World Series of Boxing. Thank them for the Super 6 tournament that catapulted Andre Ward to the level that he's at, and raised the profile of all those other fighters so crazy.
Dwayne and Donaire.
Yep, Donaire, who exactly. Yeah. Thank the Sauerland brothers for that, and they just signed a 5-year deal with the Zone. So shout out to Misfits Boxing. Shout out to the Sauerland brothers. They definitely did that, and I wish them much success, much continued success in all the years to come that they have with the Zone. So it's definitely gonna be a good look.
So next up we'll have Salt Poppy, not the official one, right? Not the guy that was taking pictures with the World Cup.
Oh my! Can you imagine if we could get Salt Poppy versus Salt Poppy? Can you imagine? Because Salt Poppy that was at the World Cup, he looked like he in shape. He looked like he in shape. So the real Salt Poppy looked like he in shape. Like he could do a little something.
Oh yeah. I saw that at the World Cup. I saw he was in shape.
Yeah. But this Salt Poppy, okay, this Salt Poppy. Now, for y'all who are not familiar, I was first introduced to him again. Another person that fought on the first Misfits card. He got a first round knockout that was hellacious. His opponent wasn't someone who should have been in there with him, but his opponent was talking crazy, and at that time I could only go off of what I heard at the press conference. So a funny story. Misfits won. You guys can go back and watch, or you can just take my story. The first press conference, Salt Poppy's opponent was talking. He was talking so crazy, so much trash. Then it was Salt Poppy's turn to talk, and he just said, "I wish him a speedy recovery. I see him on Saturday night." And I'm sitting in the stands, and I was like, "Ooh, he cold." I was like, he cold blooded, cause this man just sat there and talked all this trash to you, and all you said was, "I just wish him a speedy recovery. I see him on Saturday." I said, "Oh yeah, he cold. He probably gonna win." And sure enough, he came out there and he got a hellacious. I think it was like shout out to Sophie. I see you, Sophie. We got Sophie on the DAZN broadcast, part of the DAZN team, and they do a lot, man. They do a lot. Shout out to the whole team over there at DAZN. And I know you guys are working hard over there, enjoying. This is a great show. Thank you guys for putting on a great show for us. But yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Oh no, just we're getting ready. I mean, they're still interviewing Pineda, and I guess we'll talk some boxing in the meantime while we're waiting for the next fight to go on. It was being reported, Brock, that Devin Haney's going to fight Vasily Lomachenko, maybe May 20th, maybe even on pay-per-view.
Not in MSG, though.
I would hope so.
Nah, Devin just tweeted, not at MSG. Stay tuned.
I'm surprised he would feel that way, because I think he's going to beat him. If it's concern about the pro-Ukrainian crowd, I think he's going to win the fight to where that's not going to be an issue.
I just think that, come on, man. He just went to Australia twice. He the undisputed champ. It got to be his court. That's crazy. Come on.
But I'm just saying.
Why I'm going to go, I just went to Australia and took all the belts. Came back and went back over there.
We're technically still in the United States. He's still fighting in your country.
But that's Lomachenko's pretty much home field advantage is somewhere over on the East Coast, because I fought a week after Lomachenko fought in the same venue, Washington D.C., MGM Grand. Lomachenko had the house packed. It was crazy. So anywhere on that eastern shoreline, they're gonna show up for Lomachenko. I haven't been to a Lomachenko shot.
He fought Abdullah. I think this was 2018 or 2019. He fought Zarur Abdullah and broke his nose. Remember, with the triple jab?
Mm-hmm.
And he sold out the theater as a prospect. The MSG Hulu Theater. That's about 5,500. He was the main event, and he sold it out. And I remember, like, Angela Yee came down, and so I'm thinking, he could sell. He's shown he could sell tickets. He could sell tickets at the Garden too.
He can. Devin can sell tickets anywhere. Devin can sell tickets. I personally believe Devin can sell anywhere. What my point is that
actually sell better in the Garden than in MGM.
I don't think so. I think that Devin will do his best numbers with the right dance partner in Vegas. And I think that this is the dance partner he's been waiting for. He's from Vegas. He's been here for years. He's went international, flew 20 hours to go get the belts, brought them back to America, went to defend the belts, all the way over there again, went over there again to defend the belts, and came back. The man has earned a home fight. He shouldn't have to go into... He definitely shouldn't have to go to the Ukraine to fight Lomachenko. Yeah, that's fine. That's understandable. But I just don't think that he should even have to even consider New York. This is Devin's the undisputed champ. You gotta come take it from me. You gotta come take them belts. Like my father went to Africa to go become undisputed. You gotta come to Vegas. You gotta come to Vegas to come take Devin's undisputed titles. In my opinion, that would be was fair. To have that man go to Australia twice. I don't even know how many fights he has in his deal with Top Rank, but for them to all be...
This is the last one.
This is the last fight. So y'all gonna make me fight in Australia twice and then come and fight your top dog. Because Lomachenko is Top Rank's top dog. So then you're gonna have me come fight who y'all proclaim is... Just 2 years ago, he was number one pound for pound ever. Ever. He was the greatest fighter ever put on a pair of gloves. And y'all want me...
Leonard, Lomachenko, 50-50 with Floyd at 130.
Right, exactly. That was the conversation. Now, Devin's undisputed. Now, Devin's the man. So, you got to come... I just think that, me knowing Devin for so long, I know the type of mentality he carries. And just as a champion, it did not surprise me at all to see him say in the tweet, not MSG. That just didn't surprise me because you got it.
I'm a little bummed to hear that just because I genuinely think that fight sells the most tickets in the Garden. But when you're the champion, you call the shots.
You got to, and I just think that Devin should stand on that. And maybe if he didn't have to go to Australia twice, that wouldn't be my take. But being the fact that he just went all the way to Australia twice. To go get all the belts is definitely a sign that I signed a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. Am I correct?
Yes.
3-fight deal with Top Rank.
So this is him like wrestling back control.
Yeah, like come on.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I think Devin fought a little bit, even though we already knew that he had to go back to Australia if he won the first fight. Before the first fight, we knew if Devin wins, he's going to have to come back and defend.
Right.
We knew that. I'm not sure, I think that Devin tried to fight that a little bit and get the second fight over here. I'm not sure. But I know he probably didn't want to go back to Australia. It's a 20-hour flight. That in and of itself is a lot to deal with. Then you got the weather change, the altitude change, the climate, like it's so much that goes into it, and to have to be ready to go 12 rounds at the pace and the sharpness that Devin Haney operates at
in
is
a rematch where beyond keeping your titles, you got no motivation to fight this man again, and a man's always gonna be hungrier after he gets beat.
Yeah,
it's easy to be motivated trying to win a rematch you lost.
Yep, well, exactly, and then so. That takes a lot of effort. He should get a lot of credit for doing that, and I think that it's only fair. He shouldn't have to go. Now, like I said, of course you don't have to go to the Ukraine, but I don't think that he should have to fight Lomachenko on his turf.
Let me just check in back on the fights, make sure we're not okay.
No, we good. I got it right here. It's on the commercial.
So along those lines, right? What you're talking about, Devin's the undisputed lightweight champion. He's earned his way to not always just be dictated to by the business of boxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're from Baltimore. You know the kind of star power. We're not talking belts. We're talking ticket sales, things of that nature. You know the kind of star power Gervonta brings to the table. If Devin's going to be faced with a situation with Gervonta like he was with Kambosos, where it's you're going to have to sign with this network for multiple deals, you basically are going to have to B-side it. If you got the belts, but if you want the prize fighting ability to draw like he does, you might have to do it all. Whether it's fair or not, you might have to do it all over again. What you did with Kambosos and ESPN and Top Rank, you might have to do that all over again with PBC and Gervonta Davis. What do you think about all that? Because that might be the only way that fight realistically gets made.
I don't think that fight's gonna happen. Let me tell you, I don't think that Devin versus Gervonta Davis happens. I don't think that Devin versus Shakur Stevenson happens. I don't think that Shakur Stevenson Gervonta Davis happens. Those are 3 fights that I do not think.
That's such a shame.
I don't think we're gonna see those fights. Of those three, as great as they are, and I'm not blaming any of them. So don't get it twisted. Like I'm blaming them. I'm blaming the state of the game, of the game, and where we at now in the game. At the level that they at, the fighters are ready to take the risk. The fighters are ready and willing to get in there, but there's a lot of background noise that people don't hear and people don't see. And I just don't think that the people in the back are willing to take that risk, because it's a huge risk when you're on the other side of any of those guys. So it's just I think that if he is given the opportunity to do something like that, to make a fight happen with Tank, and he has to go over to the A side, I don't know, because I know that Devin feels like he's the A side, so Tank should have to do something to come over here. I got all the belts. I'm the undisputed champion. I have everything you need to be
I'm a traditionalist,
a champ.
right? So at the end of the day, I would agree with Devin, right? But I don't make the rules. I don't make the fights. And you know the kind of numbers they're going to be talking about are pay-per-view numbers, ticket sale numbers, that revenue numbers. They're not going to be talking about pound for pound numbers. You know, okay, you pound for pound number 5 or 6, and I'm number 8 or 9, but that's not the numbers that they're worried about. You know, and yeah,
not at all. Not
so
at all.
I don't know, man. It's a like both guys have what the other has. Gervonta's very popular, but Devin has popularity too. Devin's the undisputed champion, but Gervonta has a credible resume too.
Tank has a belt. Tank has a WBA belt, doesn't he? At 135, I believe.
More than having that regular belt, he's got some quality wins. Like,
No, absolutely,
solid wins.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't.
Pedraza.
I was gonna say Pedraza. Don't let They have a common opponent in Gamboa. Yep. They have a common opponent in Gamboa.
Got to fight him first and stopped him in the 12th, and then Devin goes the full 12 of them. But you know, styles make fights.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, and they both beat him, and that's what you set out to do. They both beat him, and shout out to Gamboa, Olympian, world champion. It is not an easy night for anybody.
No, especially if he's trying to go 12.
Yeah. And you can see how much he wanted to finish that Tank fight, man. He really, really wanted to finish, and he got sat down in that last round. It was enough. There was no need to even go to the scorecards.
So that's why I said what you were saying. You don't think the fight's ever gonna happen. That's why I joked around, but not joked around. I was serious. I said Tank and Devin's the next Spence and Crawford. In terms of, me and you already know they're the two best lightweights in the world. Lomachenko, Devin, great fight. Ryan and Tank, great fight. But if you really want number 1 and number 2, because Shakur just got there.
I was about to say
He just got there.
Yeah, yeah. Shakur just now stepped into 135, so
I'm already knowing where you were going.
He read my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They
It reminds me of Crawford and Spence, where it's like, Spence has a lot of lucrative fights lined up that are all good fights, like Devin and Tank got. Tank and Ryan, Devin and Loma. These are definitely good fights, but the fight is those two, and unfortunately, we're probably not going to get it, not anytime soon.
No, definitely not. But this is boxing, so you never know.
They're young.
See, and what would stop this, or what would make my prediction wrong, is if all parties involved realize that this is the Mayweather De La Hoya of this era. The winner goes on. I'm saying of the three combined, of Devin, Tank, and Shakur, of those three, if there comes a fight that is gonna be the fight, is gonna be the winner of that fight, of who comes out on top out of them three, would be similar to De La Hoya and Mayweather, just because of star power. The winner of that De La Hoya Mayweather fight got all the star power and was catapulted to another level. If my boxing fans out there remember, Floyd stepped into the ring as pretty boy Floyd Mayweather when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. And as that victory was announced, he left Money Mayweather. That was where he made the transformation. And fighters now, today, can do the same thing, but they have to make them big fights happen. But look how long it took us to get De La Hoya Mayweather. They wanted to fight each other since they was amateurs. And look how long. Well, Floyd wanted to prove his point since he got out the amateurs.
For the weights to line up.
Yeah, and finally
was at 30, Oscar's at 46. It took time for Floyd to get up in the weight classes and get there. And then
Can you imagine watching a Tank and Spence fight?
Tank and Spence.
Tank. That's a 130. That's a 130 versus a 147.
Right.
So that's like almost. It's like almost the same. So it's like.
Oscar started at 132, Floyd, but we all knew he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna stay there for
long. 130 pounds.
Yeah.
Oscar was sucking down at a young age for 1 or 2 fights to get a quick belt and I'm out. And Floyd was really a 130 pounder for real. Oscar was at 30 and 35. He was boiling down. Let me grab these belts real quick because I'm really going to welterweight.
And get up out of here. Misfits 4, y'all. We got Salt Poppy walking in the ring. I hope y'all enjoyed that intermission. Get some traditional boxing talk getting on. You said what?
Who's this man?
This is Salt Poppy.
This is Salt. Oh,
that's Salt Poppy.
I gotta watch what I'm saying because you said he can fight a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, you about to see? He could go.
I hate dudes like him. Dudes like him are gully, and they'll start problems with you, and they might win too.
Yo, listen.
The punks that start with you and they can't do nothing, who cares about them? But
right.
The kind of guy who will start something with you.
And what you gonna do about it? And you're gonna see Salt Poppy is about to demonstrate a good jab, defense, and good movement. I've seen all that from him. I've seen sparring clips. I've seen fights. He lets his hands go. He got some style in there. And he's from the Philippines.
Oh, okay, man. He's walking in like he's from the Bay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he got some swagger to him. I became a Salt Poppy fan after Misfits 1, man. He almost stole the show. At Misfits 1.
Look at Josh Bruckner.
So you'll see. Okay, so Josh Bruckner just fought on the same card that I fought on Misfits Series 3. And
he lost or he won?
He won. His opponent quit.
The man is cock teaser. We'll give him that.
It does, and you're gonna see he looks stiff and he moves like you know how somebody will move both of their feet at the same time, not actually stepping correctly. They'll kind of seem a little robotic. That's how he seemed back on November 19th. Oh, I see you.
Someone in the chat wanted me to rep it.
Okay.
You guys know what day it is, baby.
Big Young.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Even though Rockmoss, his punk ass Baltimore Ravens, he beat us in the last.
Man, y'all know what it is. Big B Moore. I don't got my Ray Lewis jersey in here. It's downstairs. I should have threw it on because it's. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to throw the Ray Lewis jersey on. We gotta go ahead and take care of the Bengals.
Ray Lewis could box, but he's a warrior.
Oh yeah, of course.
Remember what he said to Colin Kaepernick?
What'd he say?
Colin Kaepernick basically told him, "You're out here criticizing me. Didn't you kill somebody?"
Ooh.
And Ray basically went, "Look, Colin, but I never made the same mistake twice." And I said, "Damn." Ray Lewis is a fucking G.
Yeah, he a gangster, man. That's how he carried it out on the field too, man. He gonna carry us all. Everybody do their job, and we gonna go home with the dub. He made sure every man was responsible for doing his job.
I love him.
Yeah, he was a huge fresh breath of fresh air.
Taller man, muscles, veins bulging out of his muscles, Salt Poppy. Not a muscle on him. Salt
He's gonna look stiff though. This is gonna be like a stiff fighter versus a fluid fighter.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I was getting.
You know, so I like to see from Salt Poppy here is some head movement. I like to see some head movement from Salt Poppy, and show him who won. B. David Pineda. Pineda won.
Pineda dominated him.
Dominated 3 rounds.
All right, round 1. Here we go, and this is a 4-rounder. Salt Poppy in the southpaw stance. Josh Bruckner, cock diesel, ripped to the gills on that front foot. like Rahman Jr. said, you expect Salt Poppy, even though he doesn't have as good a physique, to be the more fluid fighter, and Bruckner with all those muscles to be more stiff. So let's see what we get. Salt Poppy just touching with the jab, range finder. Now a couple jabs fall short for Josh Bruckner. Bruckner really not committing to his punches early on, just throwing them out there, and a lot of taunting by Salt Poppy.
Definitely a lot of taunting going on. Definitely a lot of taunting going on.
Nice little half steps back there by Salt Poppy. Then he shoots in that straight left hand, starts taunting, puts his hands at his side. Double jab, 3 jabs by Bruckner, falling short, and Poppy taunting him some more. But Bruckner trying to stay poised in there, Rock. That's what he's got to do, right?
Yeah, he's got to stay behind that jab like he's trying to do. But look at the footwork from Salt Poppy. His feet is getting him out of any situation that Josh is bringing towards him. That's just here in the first minute.
He's taking those little half steps.
Yep, that little half step back makes you have to readjust everything. As soon as he takes that half step back. That was a nice little exchange right there. I like that. Straight right hand from Bruckner, check hook from Salt. But what you want to see somebody follow up right after that. So like when you have an even exchange like that, you want to see who's gonna fire back first. Who's gonna be the first one to go back to punching? In this instance, it's Salt Poppy, so he's gonna keep control of the tempo.
That's a great point, Rob.
Oh, good straight left hand, double straight left hand, and then the back out to make Josh miss.
To reset.
Yep, to reset and then put him back on the outside. If you notice, he just turned the whole ordeal. Oh, good exchange.
Straight left hand. Poppy with a better sense of distance control despite being the shorter guy on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I think a little bit, he's in Bruckner's head here. He's got Bruckner very tight. I think that's just Bruckner anyways and how he comes to the ring. But
yeah. Like I said, he was gonna be a little stiff. I said that to in the beginning, it's gonna be a stiff fighter versus a fluid fighter. And Poppy doing exactly what I said he was gonna do. He's that was a good one. That was a good overhand. And you see how awkward that right hand was? That wasn't like a traditional right hand, but it landed.
Salt Poppy's attention a little bit there. Wiped
Yeah.
a little bit of the smirk off his face for a second. Now Salt Poppy stepping in with a sweeping left hand.
He trying to get that back. He tried to get that back.
He won that round for sure, Salt Poppy. And like you said, the more fluid, comfortable fighter, but Bruckner at least got himself into it a little bit in that last 30 seconds, landing a right hand and a left hook to the body. But that was a Salt Poppy round, Rob.
Definitely a fight. Definitely a Salt Poppy round. But Bruckner showed he's game. He's here and he's gonna be punching. So that with that overhand right that landed, Poppy's gotta be on point all night. Cause when you get more fatigue, you don't take punches the same. So if that right hand lands when Salt Poppy's a little more fatigued, how is he gonna respond? But
I saw him respond. I saw him in the eyes and oh, okay.
Yep.
Right.
But what I
goes from completely having your way to now something coming back. So
yep. And what Salt Poppy predicted was a 3rd round knockout, and he said, "I want to test your stamina." He said, "Let's test stamina. Let's see who has more stamina." He wants to take Josh Bruckner into the deep waters. So
good looks or anything, and oftentimes in boxing they're not.
Right.
Wow. Actually, good parrying by that lead glove by Salt Poppy. He made Bruckner look like he was throwing punches at that glove when he was parrying. But
and he's shooting that straight left like he knows that's his money punch. Ooh, good jab. Good jab by Bruckner.
He stepped over before he threw it. Now he makes Salt Poppy. You try to give Salt Poppy his own medicine there to make him fall short with the right hand and come back in combination.
So Josh is here learning on the job, man. Josh is here learning on the job. He definitely yes, he that was a nice switch up from round 1 to round 2 from Josh Bruckner. I like that.
A little bounce in his feet, pawing with the jab. He knows Salt Poppy wants to walk him into that straight left hand, so he's cognizant of it, bending his knees. You see some bend in the knees now from Bruckner.
So what
pawing the jab. None of those jabs landed, but he's keeping it in Poppy's face. Not a little hesitant to commit, right, to a right hand behind it, right? He don't want to get countered.
Right. And that's because that straight left from Salt Poppy's been there all night. But what Josh Bruckner wants to do, what if I was in his corner, what I would tell him to do, I would tell him to step to his right. Oh, good left hand. Like I said, that straight left hand has been there all night.
Yep, straight left
7, 8, 9, 10. That's over. Straight left hand. Knockout victory for Salt Poppy. Straight left hand. Right down the pipe. It was like he was lining them up for that all night, man. He was lining them up for it.
Really box. He's got some nice coordination. Those little half steps back. He understood how to walk a guy into a straight left hand. I give him credit.
And a lot of people are saying that he is the creme de la creme, the best influencer boxer.
I did as a teenager, but I never learned how to walk a man into a shot. It's all Poppy.
With that check hook, right out the gate.
I never knew how to walk someone into a shot. I can go get you.
Yeah.
I can go get you.
It's a timing thing. It's a timing and reaction thing. And he definitely got that down. That was a hell of a performance from Salt Poppy, man. That was definitely. I'm not sure.
He gets slept by someone like him.
Yeah, and then you'll see he's gonna do it. He's gonna start twisting his hands like this is Salt Poppy's day. He's good. I almost can guarantee. Yeah, it's like damn. Like we used to have a guy in the amateurs that reminds me of someone with his type of aura. His name was Steve Jafar. Steve Jafar just fought the guy that knocked out Hopkins.
Oh, Steve Jafar.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
So in the amateurs, Steve was the same exact way. Quiet guy.
Was Steve the middleweight?
No, Steve was a light heavy. Steve was 178, and then he moved up to cruiser to 201. Right. But and actually,
someone notable. He's fought someone in the top 10 in the last.
He just fought Joe Smith, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe Smith. Yeah. And then but Steve would like Salt Poppy as a demeanor where you wouldn't think this guy could fight. He got the glasses on. He got the thong sandals. He got no socks. He just here. It just looks like he just goes to the gym just to go to the gym. He just got here by accident. But these guys are the most dangerous guys. They the most dangerous one.
I would hear fighters, Andre Ward, yourself, talk to me about how important confidence is. Mm-hmm. And they would say it can't get you everywhere. You got to have something to back it up. It's blind confidence. But they would say it's really, really important. And I see some of these guys, Teddy Atlas talks about 90% mental. Mm-hmm. I see some of these guys like Salt Poppy come in, and it's mental. It's like he believes the confidence. It makes up for a lot. It just, the confidence is huge because you see guys. I bet you Josh Bruckner, right? I bet you he's probably studied more sweet science. He's probably tried to keep his hands in the perfect position when he trains. The Salt Poppy just confident, goes in there, does what he does, and wins the fight. I've seen that from these influencers that fight. Some of these guys, it's almost like they fight above their head. Like you shouldn't even be doing some of those moves. Mm-hmm. But the confidence.
Like the up jab we seen from Swarms earlier.
All about doing a fucking up jab. Yeah. Someone's orbital bone, but he got in there with that confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you've probably seen so many fighters in the gyms that are so talented, and then on fight night it just doesn't happen. Probably in part because of that confidence, right? They don't feel it that they're the man when they walk in. And so
confidence definitely has a huge part, and Salt Poppy has just exploded. Yo, this is I'm not gonna lie, this is shaping up to be one of the best Misfits cards. Let's see what else they got. We got how many knockouts so far? We got what?
That was the knockout of the night.
That one definitely took it so far. I think the only other
2 fights left: Slim versus my paisan Tom Zanetti, and then KSI.
My paisan.
He's gonna get beat up, but that's okay. I got you.
Yeah. Well, listen. Tom looks sharp on the pad, so it's gonna be a good fight. But I'm definitely rocking with the Ock, man. I can't wait to see Slim fight, man. This is another one. Like I knew nothing about these guys before I went to Misfits 1. I wound up going to Misfits 1, and again, this was look at this, look at So Poppy. I'm telling you, this is Misfits. This guy got so much confidence, so much swagger. He told y'all what he was gonna do. Come on, give it to the man. Give it to the man. That was nice the way he did that, and of all the talk that came.
Half steps back like he was doing.
I'm telling you.
He kept stepping off to refresh my memory. He kept stepping off to his left too. Is that
So,
what he was supposed to do to get away from the right hand?
I was gonna say, right before he got the knockout, I was like, if Josh Bruckner, he's got to stop going that same way, because Salt Poppy, he was only going one way the whole fight. He only went one way the whole fight. So I would say try to get him to go the other way before he lands the shot that he's setting you up for, and before I could get it out of my mouth, Salt Poppy closed the show.
Right.
And that's impressive, to knock someone down and have them coherent enough to get up. That was a floor shot. He floored him. Have someone down, and to have them just make the decision not to get up and continue.
Because he knew he had no answers
None.
for walking into punches.
None.
He knew that. He knew anytime I'm going to try and get something off, I'm going to walk into it.
Yep.
So rather than try to get something off, I've had enough. I'm good.
Yeah, he got up out of there.
Because sometimes it's I could be brave enough to get up from this and keep taking punches, but what's the point? If I don't got the answers, I don't got the answers.
Now we can't hear y'all, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. But King Kenny versus Salt Poppy, I don't know if that's what they talking about right now, but if this is the fight that they lining up, that is a good fight. Yes, that's King Kenny. King Kenny.
Velvet do-rag?
Yes, that do-rag is velvet, and he always wears them too. So you got to get from.
You ever seen that before? This man?
Yeah. I said they got them over here. King Kenny fought on Misfits 1 and Misfits 3. So, and these guys, even Salt Poppy, they have experience outside of Misfits. There are other influencer platforms that these guys have fought on already. So it's not like Misfits is the first time they getting in the ring. Yo, Sean, I'm telling you, it's not out of the realms. You can do it. It's not out of the realms for you to do it. I'm telling you, it can be done.
You already know you gotta get me ready, Doc.
Yo, come on, man. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. You Team Rockman. You Team Rockman for life, bro. You already know, man. I don't even know. I can't even say 100% certain that I would even be a professional fighter today if it wasn't for you. Cause I wasn't thinking about, actually going in there and boxing and actually like, I always could. No, I always could do it. I always loved it. I've always loved the sport. But to actually start getting up and going to the gym, I didn't do that. I didn't start doing that until you told me. He was like, yo, they got this program here, Barry's Boxing. Why don't you come be a part of it? And I was like, let me go check it out. Maybe. And then we sparred, and I always wanted to get that sparring back. I don't know if you remember I sparred Edgar. Yeah, I wanted to get that back. And then after I got that back, I started upping it, and then the next person came. Then I wanted to get Reyes. Then
so you did wind up sparring Edgar again, and you
yeah,
business.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just as it going on, I started to get that mentality. Okay, this person in the gym, now I want to get him, and this heavyweight in the gym, now I want to get him. And then I just fell in love with it and never left the gym since. Yeah, but you definitely paved the way for that, and just inviting me down there got me into I don't know if I would have had a huge amateur background, or if I would have just started late, or went to play football and then came to I don't know. But I'm so grateful for you because you actually sparked the idea. So thank you. I appreciate you always. Like I said, you always gonna be Team Rocket.
Because anytime after that, if I have to, someone's pressing me and I might have to get into a fight, I think in the back of my head, I could literally tell this guy, I've been in there with a lot bigger and badder than you.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of you.
Yo, you know what's crazy, right? You know what's crazy? That was my first ever spawn session, and we got it on film somewhere. We got it on film somewhere. Yo, can you imagine if I run across that? Oh my goodness, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny.
I thought though that you did want to do it. It's just that you had this, like you couldn't be a normal kid and just show up to the gym one day and learn. You had all this pressure of being the heavyweight champion.
Man, do you remember the internet back then? Do you? I was reading an article the other day, and it was like an old article, and they were saying like they were like this guy is the most hype around well, I think I was 16. Like it's the most hype we've ever seen around a 16-year-old. This is before like a lot of social media was booming the way it is. So
how old were you when Emmanuel mentioned you on the HBO broadcast?
14.
Right.
Yeah, I was 14 years old when Emmanuel that pretty much like put everybody on notice. I had everybody wanting to see me fight, and being all in the media and all that stuff since I was a teenager, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but
can I tell them the time you three-wayed us with Emmanuel?
Of course, go ahead.
You're on the phone, but don't say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you hear Emmanuel. And so Emmanuel gets on the phone with you. We're teenagers at the time, and Emmanuel Stewart's he starts talking to you about Kermit Cintron. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get that Shane Mosley fight, and he's like, yeah, you know, Shane can't fuck with Kermit. And just hearing like Emmanuel turn up a little bit, still being in that same calm, but hearing like the real Detroit Emmanuel.
Yeah. Not on the mic on the telecast.
That same tone.
Yep.
More,
man, I love Emmanuel Stewart. Man, he was the first person to put me on a private jet. We took a private jet so we were in camp with Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko had a training camp in the Poconos. No, we were in the Poconos in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We were in the Poconos, Pennsylvania. Great place to train. Many world champions have trained there. So, wait. Are they announcing the next X series? Yes. Okay, so Misfits 5 is February 25th. Jay Swingler versus Nicolay Perret. I'm not sure who Nicolay Perret is, but Jay Swingler, he knocked out Shirley's on Misfits 2 in the main event. So Misfits Series 5, I believe, is going to be in London. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. And Misfits Series 6 is coming back to America, I believe. That's just my prediction. Don't go dropping it, saying that I said something or I leaked something.
Possible. That's all I'm saying. Is it possible?
Absolutely. When it comes to Misfits, man, anything is possible. Anything is possible when it comes to Misfits, man. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, and we gonna get on here real soon, real soon.
Sound like Kevin Garnett now. Anything?
Nah, yeah, legendary moment for real.
Now I can't lie, y'all. We're definitely locked in, but I had to put up the night. If you see my eyes diverge, 49ers.
Nah, you good. I'm about to turn it on right after the fight.
Biggest 49er fan in the house right here.
Hey, what's up, champ?
Say what's up. Say hi.
What's up, champ?
What's up? Chat, don't mind us. Little man's gonna get out of here once we get back to calling the fights.
Yeah.
We got some downtime.
Yo, Hasim, how you doing, man? What did I say? S8CTV. I'm good. KSI Temper. I'm taking KSI, man. I think KSI. Bye-bye. I think even just seeing KSI's former opponents, y'all see how they look tonight. They just look at it. Look at what happened.
Pineda threw some hands.
Yeah, Pineda threw some hands. Swarms came out there, got a first round stoppage. It's just looking good, man.
You know what was pretty?
My guy Slim.
His left hook to the body. That Mexican left hook to the body was pretty about it for Pineda. Kind of like Ray Vargas. Is you're not used to seeing a big, tall tall.
Reach down and go get that like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with that big height advantage, man. That's generally a punch you'll leave away. You would think that he would just go straight to the body with the right hand, but he was giving that traditional that traditional Mexican left hook to the body. That was nice. And now we got your boy Tom. Tom getting warmed up in the back. Slip get warmed up in the back. Abu Zanetti today. This should be a good fight. I haven't seen Tom fight before, but his workouts have looked on point. So we've seen Slim fight 5 times now. This is Slim's 6th fight. He's 5-0. He's undefeated.
That looks like John Stockton.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
It looks like John Stockton.
The name didn't pop up for me, so I don't know who that is.
It might just literally be some guy in the crowd. Yeah, chat. We just still got some intermission time before we get back to the fights. KSI versus Face. Have a shout out to my 49er fans in the chat. Where you guys at?
Are we ever gonna see you do some YouTube boxing? Never say never. Oh wow. Okay, now we got Asher in the building. I was gonna say,
If
who
we're
is
ever
this guy?
silly enough to actually get in the ring with you, you should do YouTube boxing for sure.
You said what?
If they're ever silly enough to actually get in the ring with you, the influencers, you should definitely take those fights.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think, Overflow will fight anybody. That's about the closest I'll get to one of the influencers getting to the ring with me. I don't think that and to be fair, there's not a lot of heavyweights in the influencer scene right now, because it's a million heavyweights on YouTube. So you never know, but I just think somebody would have to be like, do what Anthony Taylor did and build a lot of momentum for them to let me fight. And Anthony Taylor's not even a YouTuber. He came from MMA, and it took him a lot to get Idris Virgo in the ring in a fight. But
he lost that fight.
Yeah, and he lost. So yeah, if they put a influencer in there with me, I'm
gonna wreck shit.
Yeah, it's just not gonna be a pretty sight. Well, it'll be pretty for us. It'll be pretty for us. It ain't gonna be pretty for them though.
Real knockout.
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
relatively speaking.
I mean, yeah, the hard work will be put in, but I don't see them dudes getting outside of the first round.
Going crazy downstairs. The Niner game just started.
We almost there. You got about like 7 rounds left. 8 rounds. 8 rounds left.
I'm having fun with you, bro. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm
mad my YouTube froze, y'all. I apologize for that. I know y'all are being here if y'all could see me, but I'm still gonna run it. I'm still gonna leave it up so that y'all could go back and listen to it. I know a lot of people like to listen like podcast style, so that's just how this one gonna have to be. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with it. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm new to the YouTube scene, but the YouTube boxer is here. Y'all can call him HRJ. Y'all can call him Hasim Rahman Jr. Y'all can call him Gold Blooded. But we're gonna get this YouTube thing down and take over both sides. YouTube boxing, coming for world titles, coming for the Misfits title, coming for it all, man. They gotta give me everything. So I'm looking forward to what Misfits has to offer in the future. I'm looking forward to this whole influencer scene. And I have to add that the Bridgerweight world title is vacant. It is vacant right now. So there is no Bridgerweight world champion. And I'm definitely going to put my name in the hat for that. So if y'all rocking with me, keep rocking with me. Keep supporting. I read all y'all messages. I try to read them all. There's a lot. I try to read them all. And it's definitely highly motivating. And I appreciate y'all for even taking the time to listen to us today. Y'all make sure y'all hit us with that subscribe, hit us with the like, drop a comment. Everything helps. Every little thing, every time you click something, it helps me, it helps Sean. So y'all make sure y'all click us and y'all tap in with us and follow Sean on Twitter at Sean Zittel. Follow me.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Sean _Zittel.
Yeah. Yep.
Sean _Zittel, Zittel. Sean with the E. And make sure y'all support, man. That's the biggest thing. Support. Y'all like the content. Y'all like
We got the sack. Eric Armstead gets the sack on Geno Smith. Let's go.
Hell yeah, that's a great way to start. That's a great way to start.
Get your asses off the field.
Set the tone then. Okay, we got KSI warming up. Is that Gerald Washington?
Got the yeah. That is who that is.
That's random. But we got Malik Scott out there too, so man, all the.
As a trainer, I know he's still unproven technically as a trainer. You know, he just had the 2 fights with Deontay Wilder, but I'm a believer. I think you know from following Malik that he's a historian. He watches tape nonstop.
I've never seen nobody break down the way Malik break down. Malik breaks it down. He breaks it all the way down, and
I make you fall in love with just how old school fighters kept their hands on the other guy, just knowing where they were. Always knowing that, So they.
I'm sorry,
Pineda did, like you were saying, out of the clinch.
Yep.
Just know where are you? Where are you?
And then let that hand go. That's how he got that knockdown. That's definitely how he got that knockdown.
My man, Big Cock Brock in the game. Remember Nick Foles when he led the Eagles to the?
Oh yeah. I was like. Who you talking about? Me?
Pause, but yeah.
Yo, are y'all ready for Slim? I see y'all, man. I see y'all over here. I will let y'all over here on the Twitter space. I will let y'all up after the broadcast. I'm gonna keep this rolling on. I'm live on YouTube right now. We live on Fight Hype on YouTube. So y'all tap in. If y'all can't see me, y'all just tap in. What do you think of the fight? I think it's been some good fights so far. It's been pretty entertaining. But yeah, over here on the Twitter space, I'm talking to y'all. I will like as soon as the broadcast is over, I'm gonna open it up to because I know y'all want to talk, and I got a lot of requests over here. So I'm definitely looking forward to talking to y'all in the space because it gives me a chance to go right back and forth with y'all in real time. So y'all stay tuned on the space. If you on over here on the live, come over to my Twitter space at _ Hasim Rahman Jr. and I'm gonna be going back and forth with y'all for a little while after the fight. And we gonna
chat. Everybody in the chat, you got any? Again, because we're killing some time. I'm watching the Niners do their thing as we're waiting for the co-main. If you got any boxing questions for me or Rock, just start shooting them out our way, man. Haney Loma, Thurman Spence, Tank and Ryan, whatever it is. Just we got you. We'll talk some boxing while we're waiting here.
Absolutely.
Oh, Debo. We're about to smash them today. I can see it. It's gonna be one of them games. Let's see though. When does the fight start? Asked Khan. The fights should be resuming in probably 10 to 15 minutes, and we got the co-main and then the main event. I think main event ring walks probably would be 50 minutes from now, because usually these ring walks for these UK fights for the main event are around 2:30 our time. So. The unfledged fool. I'm a 5'10" southpaw. What weight should I fight at as I'm going pro soon? Well, it all depends on body type, right? Because we got 5'10" guys that could fight at 126 like Ray Vargas, and then we got guys that are like Dwight Muhammad Kawi, right? Who 5'6" fighting cruiserweights. So I don't think me or Rock could really answer that for you. We'd have to see what your body type is, right, Rock?
You have
it in that right now.
Right, and still, even right now, your body's gonna look completely different 6 months from now.
Who do you think, Spence? Do you think Spence and Bud will fight by the end of the year? I'll start by saying maybe. I'm gonna say maybe, but I would lean towards no. I'm not. It's not a hard no. I'm not like nah. You know, I wouldn't be. I could see it happening, but I would lean towards no. What do you think, Rob?
I think that if it doesn't get made by the summertime, it's not gonna happen.
Yep.
I think what they should do is the same way Floyd had his 2 weekends. He had the May weekend and the September weekend. You knew every year. You knew Floyd's fighting first week of May, first week of September. You knew.
For the Mayo and Mexican.
Or second week of September.
Yep.
You knew that. I think that this is the perfect time for these two young black fighters to give boxing a weekend, a new weekend. I think that Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford should fight on Juneteenth weekend. Um,
Well, you know
wherever.
that can't happen because Errol's fighting in April, so they're not gonna be able to do
Oh,
that
I
in
didn't
April.
know. I didn't know. I didn't know Earl was fighting in April.
It's not official,
I
but
didn't know
it's
that.
been reported that it's very close to being official that Earl's gonna fight Keith in April.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't
So
know that.
that would mean Juneteenth.
Yeah, Juneteenth is
Can't
out.
happen, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and the
I
thing
like where
is,
your head's at though,
the
thinking
way,
outside the box.
yeah,
You know?
the way
Yeah.
that they had set up, because at first they was like they were gonna fight November 19th, but they had announced that like at the end of October, almost the end of October, and it's like Floyd gave us the blueprint a long time ago. A fight of that magnitude needs time to promote.
Months.
You got to give people time to plan this out, to buy their flights, to get their hotel rooms, to get everything right, to get the pay-per-view money. You know, there's hardworking people that support this sport and that make fighters what they are and how they're great. So you got to give people time. Everybody don't got
Yes.
it. Everybody don't got it just to
I know there was
oh,
people, Rock, that did have a hotel room reserved for that weekend because of reports. You know,
That's
like
crazy.
They did already book the
Yeah.
Vegas trip and
Yeah.
everything.
just because of reports, not even nothing official.
Right.
You know, that's how big that fight is. That's how big that fight is, man. And we got the ring walk coming now, y'all. We got Tom Zanetti walking to the ring. I'm curious to see what he's gonna bring, man.
He's gonna bring the vodka sauce. He's gonna bring the Milanese sauce. He's gonna bring the rigatoni with the gorgonzola. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Cannoli for dessert. He'll be all right.
Slim bringing the biryani, man. Slim bringing the biryani. He bringing the biryani from the Ox, man. So we gonna see. I'm always excited for Slim fights. For some reason, his another guy that impressed me. And see, it's the thing. The influencer scene. It's funny seeing these guys at the press conference because you know I'm used to the traditional boxing press conferences where
It'll be a great fight. I trained very hard for this fight. I want to thank everybody for this opportunity.
exactly like the same stuff pretty much over and over and over again. Kind of a little different here and there depending on who
Sometimes
up there.
you get someone that'll talk.
Yeah,
and
you get an Adrian Bronner every now and then.
You get it, right. Tiafimo.
Yeah, exactly. But seeing the way and the confidence that these guys have at the press conferences is just it was unreal to me, and I was just like, what? And
And we were talking about it's because they're carrying confidence in the ring from life. It may not be confidence as it pertains to I've been in all these fights, I've done all this training, but they're taking the confidence they got from the success they've had outside of boxing and kind of just applying it to boxing, and it's working for them.
it definitely is. And a confident man, y'all are about. Well, y'all not about to see, but we about to see a very confident man. Oh, okay, cool. So
yeah, we got some people watching.
y'all will see that Slim is confident. I honestly, y'all gonna hold on. Let me mute for a second. Listen to the walkout song.
Okay, you can only do this 10 seconds. To get in it, are too short.
He's walking out to NSYNC.
No, it's Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys. I'm sorry, my bad. He's walking out
It's the
to.
culture, Rock. You got to get the culture correct now. Go ahead.
My bad. The only two groups I got messed up. My fault.
It's okay.
No, my man is walking out the Backstreet Boys with choreographed dancers in London. He is loving this. He is hyped up. My boy Slim is coming out there having a great time, man. This is hilarious. And the reason why, yeah, exactly. The reason why I wanted to hear the song is because of the song he came out to on Misfits 1, which was Making My Way Downtown, Walking Fast. He came out to the original version of the song and he be having people hype. As you can see. Yes, I was gonna say that when I first seen Slim was at the press conference and I bumped into Saddam. And obviously me and Saddam have known each other for years. And I was like,
MySpace Saddam was that dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The world kid.
He had the pictures with all the bells.
Yep.
It was like, damn,
Yep.
This guy's the shit.
Hell yeah.
Brooklyn.
Hell yeah. So we was at the press conference and I ran into Saddam and Saddam was like, the first familiar boxing face that I seen. I'm seeing all these new people and you here too? Okay, cool. Like it was like, oh my goodness, like a breath of fresh air. And then I had asked Saddam like, who you here for? And he told me, he's like, I'm here with him. I'm here with Slim. So automatically, just off of my history with Saddam, I was backing Slim. And then he just so happened to be Muslim. And he told FaZe Temper, who is fighting in the main event, he'll be fighting next. He told FaZe Temper, he said, you call me Abu FaZe now. Now, Abu FaZe means that the term Abu means father. So he's saying that he's FaZe's father now after this fight. And I was like, there's another moment where I was like, whoo, these dudes better back this up because they talking cold, hard, cash shit. And just like Salt Poppy did when he said Slim came out there and he knocked his opponent out. And he was the underdog. He knocked FaZe Temper, who was in the main event tonight. He knocked him out. And it was a beautiful knockout. It wasn't like a bullshit knockout. It was a legit overhand right. He ain't getting up knockout. Probably, I think I voted that it was fight of the night for Misfits 1. Because it was knockout of the night. It was definitely one. And he has a deceiving frame. So, like Pineda had the frame where he was landing those shots, keeping him on the end of the shots.
And Poppy too, having the little chubby frame, the muscle bound.
Yep. These frames and welcome to Misfits boxing, man, because
boxing, not bodybuilding.
Yep, exactly. And you never know what you're gonna get.
6-packs are the first ones to get tired.
Yep.
And the dude, remember Brandon Rios, never got tired.
Yep. And he ain't never had an ab in his life.
Exactly, but had great condition.
And somebody I know, one of my good friends, Luis Arias, never had a body of he's not like he's not like the most physique. But one thing about Luis is he's always in shape. And he always comes to fight. And he used to tell me all the time because I used to make fun of him. Like, I used to make fun of him because he would look fat, but he'd be in shape. And I'd be like, man, your fat ass don't get tired. And he'd be like, man, how many times I gotta tell you a six pack can't kick ass? And he's absolutely right. A 6-pack cannot kick no ass. It's good to be in shape. Don't get me wrong, but body type is not everything. So we got Slim versus Tom Zanetti. Round 1 about to start right now.
Slim, Tom Zanetti. Slim the favorite in this fight. Ain't that right, Rock? So.
Yeah, Slim is the favorite. Slim will be the favorite. But let's see if he can get the knockout. He is 5-0 with 4 knockouts.
Bouncing around, bouncing to his left, up on his feet. Got those longer arms and range on Tom Zanetti, who's doing some talking right now as he backs out of range. Hasn't opened up yet, but Slim working his hands early, not connecting yet, but just getting his range down.
And there goes that title thing. There goes that title thing you're talking about. You see it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or the caption.
$3 billion in debt. Well, shit, someone forgot to... With all that money you're spending, you think someone would make sure the barcode don't pop up.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe.
Good right hand by Tom Zanetti.
Oh, another one. Another one. Yeah. Two of them. Two good right hands.
Talking.
Good job by Slim. Slim's got to stay composed. keep him on keep him on the end of his punches. Don't get wild. He cannot get wild like that. See, Slim wants to get that right hand.
Start with the jab.
He wants to get you gotta work it in and be patient. Mm-hmm. Work him in with the jab. Yep. Work the jab in.
And they exchange from close range.
And this is where
I don't know if that's what he wants to be doing at that range.
Well, that is where Slim knocked out FaZe Temper in an exchange just like the one that they just had. So Slim is comfortable there. Slim feels like that's where his bread and butter is. On the inside, throwing wild punches. It was like a 3-punch combo. Left, it was right, left, right that put out FaZe Temper. But the first two missed. The first two missed, and then the
over two wild right hands. Zanetti throwing really with his head down, not in range. Now he gets tagged by a right hand. He's buzzed.
Oh yeah. He's hurt.
Zanetti a little hurt along the ropes now.
He's hurt, but he's tough. So now, when you see something like this, I want to see how. Oh, that was a headbutt.
Slim, nice left hook by Slim.
Ooh, great left hook.
Opened up. Yep.
And now, has he been southpaw this whole time? Has he been southpaw the whole time?
Now he switched.
Man, Slim switching up, giving the straight left. Beautiful boxing from Slim, and switches back to orthodox. And goes back to the jab. That's perfect. See, Slim needed to get comfortable, get warm, but he's got to keep his defense tight. And keep this guy at the end of his punches.
Zanetti already breathing hard.
Yeah, that's what I was heading to.
1-2 down the pipe.
Ooh, 4-punch combination from Slim, letting them hands go. I see you, Slim, switching up stances, letting his hands go, bouncing around on his toes. This was a good round for Slim. I think he'll if he okay.
Just not accurate, not good form on that right hand.
Yeah, he looks like a fighter fighting in a bar. Like he's look at how long it's taking him to get back to his corner. He still hasn't sat down. That's crazy. So I would like to see Slim keep him on the end of his punches for this next round. I think by round 3, if Slim, I believe Saddam just told him to touch the body. So I believe if he touched the body and keep him on the end of his shots, this is gonna be another knockout for Slim. It's looking like, because Tom's looking exhausted already. He touched that body, he's only gonna get more tired.
By the end of the round.
Yeah, and then it took him a long time to get back to that corner, and I'm telling you,
to see Slim and get it on at some point.
That was a good right hand. Yeah, Slim and Gibb. That'll be a good fight. Slim and DG. But Slim has one person on his mind that he wants to fight, and that is the main event.
Temper, right?
No, he already knocked out FaZe Temper.
Oh yeah, he already knocked. That's why he became FaZe, right?
Yep, exactly. He wants. He wants KSI. Right. Slim wants the KSI fight.
He already knocked out FaZe Temper.
He already knocked out the guy that's in the main event on the B side. He already knocked him out.
Touchdown 49ers.
There you go.
Oh. All right, back to the fight.
They scrapping in here. Little know-how move right there from Slim. If you see when they were like bottled up in the way he held onto the ropes like that, so that Tom couldn't get anything off or go anywhere, and he let the referee come break it up.
Tom finally getting in the right hand in the exchange there. He didn't get the better of it, but he finally got one in.
And he's taking some deep breaths. So let's see where he's at when there's a minute left to go in this round.
I know Slim wants Zanetti to open. You told me that's where he's comfortable in the exchanges.
Yeah, but that's the only time Tom has a chance.
Right. But do you feel like Slim, he could make this even easier off the jab right now?
Yep, he could. Especially with the height. With the height and the reach that he has, he could.
Beautiful jab.
Ooh, good jab right hand. You called that. That was nice. Good jab right hand from Slim. We got 1:30 to go in the second round, y'all. And this is definitely looking like a fight that Slim is controlling. But that was that same right hand that Pineda dropped
Zanetti getting off
B. Dave with.
Slim keeping his hands up pretty good there.
And those breaths, look at the breaths from Tom Zanetti, the hands coming down, That's recipe for disaster. Look how low his hands are. And now he's obvious. Yeah, this is.
Punches getting through the guard.
He's got. See.
Zanetti getting his hands up, but those punches are getting through the guard.
Now, when Slim watches this back, he's gonna see that right here. When you got somebody right here, his hands are down when you're not near him, and then as soon as he comes in, and throws them hands up. Touch the body. Touch the body, please. I know Saddam is over there screaming body, body, body. I know he is. Because that's all it takes right now. When you got a guy he's running on fumes right now. So once he and he's already dropping his hands, you hit him to that body, they gotta protect. Look at these deep breaths.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
Oh man, the second round not even.
When you're swinging back and hitting nothing but air, that only gets you more tired.
Exactly. In and out, Slim. In and out, Slim.
Jab. Use the jab more. Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, this highlight reel is gonna look crazy.
Just shot the lead right hand, then a left hand, and then a right hand after. That was a nice 3-piece, and that's it for round 2.
Easy work for Slim. Easy work for Slim.
And it's all 49ers 10-0.
Oh yeah, 10-0.
Yeah.
And for y'all that have anything to say, I think he's about to quit. Okay, no, he's gonna keep going on. For those of y'all who have anything to say about the influencer scene, YouTube boxing, these guys are really getting in there fighting. I have so much respect for them because so many people sit back and have stuff to say about the fight game and have so many comments and do this and run 7 times a week and do that and do this the other and I would do this and I would do that. These guys are really coming from a completely different space. Nothing to do with combat. And coming in and learning how to fight and putting on entertaining matches. I've been to amateur shows that haven't been this entertaining. I have. I've been to pro shows that haven't been this entertaining. And to be honest, this is good work from Slim.
When both guys know how to get out of the way of a punch, you might see fewer of them land.
Yeah.
That's the case here.
Yeah, this is like it's almost like a glorified novice championships. That's almost how it looks. But some of these guys, you can see it. Some of these guys could actually do something in the pros. Salt Poppy, Dean the Great, Slim's looking like in these guys. It's like they would have to find a weight class, but not to say that they would be at a championship level, but they would definitely make some noise. And because they can't
win a fight in the pro,
exactly.
It's an overmatched guy, maybe a guy you bring up from Mexico.
Who's the next guy that's gonna beat? Who's the next guy that's gonna beat a guy like how Silva beat Chavez? Right. Somebody from the influencer scene may do that. You never know. I just suffered my second defeat, not from an influencer, but from
not letting this. Oh, go ahead, bro.
But from somebody on the crossover scene, coming from another realm. So you never know. You never know what fights they will make. And good hook.
Big right hook. Yeah,
I like that hook.
Right hook there by Slim. Zanetti letting his hands go in the first half of this round, and Slim not as active but still in control. Zanetti not able to land nothing, getting countered by a right hand.
Yeah, that was a great right hand. And he's like shaking his head no, like, good right hand. Slim's got to let him go. He could get him out of there. But he's got to touch the body. He's got to touch the body.
That's a good jab by Slim. Slim's pace definitely slowing down in round 3.
So Slim was criticized in his last fight because of his stamina. So I'm sure he wants to put on a good show through all 4 rounds this fight because he seemed to tie out a bit in his last fight. But
good left hook by Zanetti.
Yeah.
In that exchange, keeping his hands down a little bit.
He
bit of swelling around Slim's eye from that.
It's looking like fatigue. There go that bar again.
Right hand counter by Zanetti.
Woo! Hold on.
And his hands at his side.
Fatigue, yeah. You got to get your hands up, Slim. You got to get your hands up. We know you got heart, but you got to pick your hands up. You cannot be in that ring with your hands down like that.
Zanetti even being able to find the target after being as exhausted as he is, and being so inaccurate and not swinging with good technique, but he placed a couple of right hands in those exchanges. I think he won that round.
Is it over with yet? I think you're a little ahead of me.
Well, no, the round's not done yet.
Okay.
That's it. Now that's
There we go. Yeah, now, yeah, that.
But
See,
like
now we got an interesting fight. It's 2-1.
2-1.
It's only a 4-round fight. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. So Slim, now even though Slim won the first 2 rounds big, and Zanetti won round 3, most likely not as big, but
Zanetti kept falling short all night in those exchanges.
Slim's got.
That you said Slim is going to be willing to do. He'll give you some opportunities because he'll open up in combination at a distance that is probably too close for his long arms, but he'll do that. And so Zanetti, hanging in tough, finally got the right hand in with Slim doing that.
It started with the hook. It started with that hook. You called it out. It started with that hook. Then they moved over, and then he got him with that. Oh, that was a big right hand. That was a big one. That was definitely a big one. That was a
right hand, right
bing. And look how he swung it. He closed his eyes. He was in this position. His eyes was closed, and he just swung it. And sheesh, welcome to Misfits. Round 4. Slim needs this round, man. Slim needs this round. He cannot afford.
Big right hand misses for Zanetti.
Yeah, Zanetti coming out
He's putting everything
firing. And here comes Slim. You got to finish strong, Slim. You got to finish strong because a draw is not out of the playing cards now because these are not 3-round fights. These are 4-round fights at this point.
Right.
And this is for the light heavyweight Misfits championship. So it's definitely being scored. I'm not sure if it's a sanctioned bout, but it's definitely being scored as a professional bout. So unofficially, I have it 2-1. I don't know what you have, Sean.
Yeah, same. 2-1 Slim.
Yeah.
It was a pretty easy fight to score. First 2 rounds clearly for Slim.
And this first minute of the last round is kind of up for grabs.
If anything, is Zanetti maybe, but not really nothing to pick from in the first minute.
Yeah, because he hasn't landed.
But Zanetti getting his hands up to block and not just walking in. Now Zanetti lands a jab, misses the uppercut. Slim misses the right hand. Slim, nice right.
Slim's got to bite down on that last win. He's got more experience. He's been training longer. He's been training hard for a while. He has. There you go. Move around. Go catch that second win and keep boxing. If Tom Zanetti doesn't land something big, then Slim will get it because he's landing good jabs. He's keeping them on the outside. His boxing IQ seems there. He cannot get in there and mix it up like that. You don't want to do that right now because that's the only chance that Tom has. That's how he got caught last round on the inside and against the ropes.
Slim's a little ahead in this round now.
His work rate.
Body shots back by Tom Zanetti. He just missed bringing the right hand up top after digging to the body. 1 minute left in this final round.
I'll tell you one thing. Regardless.
Body shots again by Zanetti, and then he finishes up top with a hook. Lands a right hand. Slim landing a right hand too, but I feel like Zanetti getting the better of it.
Yeah, neither guy can afford to go down right now. Oh, wobbly legs from both fighters. Straight left right hook from Slim. And now they are exhausted, staring at each other with their hands down.
30 seconds left.
Both fighters with their hands down. One fighter bent over. These guys have put it all on the line, man. They are tired. 25 seconds left. What you think, Sean?
I think Zanetti's winning the round.
Okay. It's coming down to this last 15 seconds. Oh, good hook.
A lot of steam on it, but
I think, all right. We got 10 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
So,
close round. I feel like Zanetti with that sequence and with about 40 seconds left where he was digging to the body, finished up with a shot, and then even landed a little left-handed. I feel like the best sequence of the fight of the round went to Zanetti. I'm gonna score this a draw.
Okay, Sean got it a draw.
Slim, I gave the last 2 to Zanetti. Maybe I'm being a little biased.
I was about to say maybe I'm being biased because I gave the last round to Slim because he was keeping him on the outside with his jab. Nothing really happened in the first minute. Then Slim started popping his jab, started finding success. Then Tom had that flurry, and then I felt like Slim kind of took back control and then lost it a little bit. But I I felt like he landed the cleaner shots that round. Tom had the flurry.
See what they show on the replay.
Yeah, that's always a good tell, but not always correct. But we'll see.
No.
It's good to see. I just feel like being there in real time. Maybe it looks like Slim got out of that where Tom could have needed that. The feel in the arena had to be that Tom needed those last 2 rounds because Slim won the first 2 rounds easy. So we'll see, man. The judges, that was a good fight, man. It was a good scrap. I like that. But as you can see,
Slim was dominating for 2 rounds, and then all of a sudden, midway through the third, his activity stopped, and that kind of let Zanetti get back in the fight.
Like I said, that was most likely Zanetti's game plan because Slim tired in his last fight. So people were very critical of his gas tank. And tonight he came out for 4 hard rounds, but he definitely got to keep working on that. And that's something Saddam said. But either way it goes, Slim didn't lose because he won the first 2 rounds hands down. So the question here is, did 2 of the 3 judges give Slim that last round? That's the question here.
It's very possible that they did. That was a close round. Again, that little flurry I thought was the best highlight of the round. But that might not have been enough for Zanetti to get a draw.
It's like a 5-10 second sequence.
But yeah, because sometimes that's when I'll do in a really close round. I said, well, who at least had the best sequence or who landed the best single punch of the round?
And every judge thinks different. So some judges may think like that, and some judges may think, well, nah, I can't give him that because that's all he did. The other guy was controlling the round the whole time.
He did
you see it
control
all
the round and the distance that they were fighting at.
No,
he was controlling the tempo and the range. Yeah.
So we go to the ring now to make it official. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause. OVO Arena,
goddamn,
London.
Standing ovation.
Man, and like I said earlier,
it's a different type of people that show up.
There are a lot of young faces. I love to see a lot of young faces at boxing events. You've never seen this when we was coming up. Never seen this.
I just hope they watch this and it gets them into Terrence Crawford, Canelo.
Yeah, that's the point. That's my point. I want them to get into actually watching
the
real. Yeah. A lot of kids.
They gave it to Slim. Yeah, no surprise. I mean, look,
yes.
Here's the A side too.
Yes.
You know?
Unanimous decision winner. That 4th round went to Slim, and that's
okay, I'm cool with that. I got no protest.
He won't get knockout of the night. He will retain his light heavyweight Misfits boxing title. And congratulations to the Ock, man. Congratulations. So I only got one. This is one last fight. I had 3 fights that I was excited to see, which was Idris Virgo versus Anthony Taylor, Slim versus Tom Zanetti. Now let's get it on, y'all. This the main event. This why we on pay-per-view. The Zone, KSI, FaZe Temper, Sean Zittel, HRJ. We here, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Whatever y'all got to do. Go ahead, support the content. Support Misfits. Huge thank you to the Zone. Huge thank you to Mams Taylor. Huge thank you to the Silent Brothers. Everybody that made this possible. KSI, FaZe Temper. I just want to say, I don't know if y'all can read my lips, but I said it. And I'm excited at least. I'm excited to see how much improvement can KSI show. This man Slim knocked out his KSI's opponent, FaZe Temper, in 2 rounds. In 2 rounds he did. So let's see.
I saw then, comparing that, KSI should have no problems tonight, really. But of course, he was originally slated to fight Dylan Dennis,
right?
The 2-0 MMA fighter who people largely knew about.
Shout out to the real Jake. That's the real Jake right there. Shout out to the real Jake. That's the real Jake right there. It's the only real Jake. All the way to the left. All the way to the left.
That looks like they mainly took from the WBA belt to make that belt. You can tell that's basically the WBA.
Right, yeah.
Logo on it.
Yep. In the middle. Definitely look like the WBA. It's so funny because you see all the same faces that security guard right there that you see the ball guy, that's the security guard that Logan Paul had not let me over to his section after he said it was on site. That same guy. So we got a video of him telling the story.
What prompted Logan to say that again? What went down that made him say it's on site?
I told his mom. I asked my Twitter followers to put something in his mom's mouth because my zipper was stuck.
But his mom was talking crazy.
Yeah, his mom called me a pussy.
Yeah.
His mom called me a pussy, and I'm like, what? Like, what's wrong with you, lady? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because now my mom gonna see, and then when my mama see you, it's gonna be something, and then y'all don't want that. That's not what y'all do.
I met your mom a couple times, and she seems like the type that it would be problems.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be problems. You don't play with her babies, man. You don't play with her babies. So Sim saying that Tom was pretty heavy. And he could punch, and he was getting gassed out from pushing all that weight. And I think that they're talking about Slim versus Salt Poppy now, which would be another intriguing matchup. But
fight. Salt Poppy trying to stay. He likes to fight on the outside block. Something. Mm-hmm. That might be tougher to do against a tall guy with long arms like that.
That knows how to fight.
It might make Salt Poppy do some things that he's not normally used to doing.
And trust me, we will see Tom Zanetti on the Misfits scene again. I believe if he wants to continue fighting, it looks like it. That was his first fight. He showed a lot of heart. He went in there with a 5-0 guy on the influencer scene. And if you're paying attention, man, I think Tom Zanetti and Ryan Taylor needs to get made. That definitely needs to get made. I think Ryan Taylor's gotta prove he wants to even fight. How do you? I'm still upset about that. Yeah, that was definitely the biggest disappointment.
The low moment of the night.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was definitely crazy. But
it wasn't exactly Sugar Ray Leonard against Tommy Hearns with the closed eye socket.
It was like he had a bruised eye. He quit. That's crazy. I'm gonna tell him about it. So when I see him in person, and I hope y'all know that and hold me to that, because y'all know I do what I say. So when I see Ryan Taylor in person, I'm going to tell him here, hope for that. That's crazy. That's not what you do. That's crazy. I'm not one of these guys that talk on the internet and then I see you in person and I'm not gonna say what I said. I'm gonna tell him here, hope for that. That wasn't cool. That's not that. Nobody else did that in the whole Misfits series. That was
Bayless? Shout out to Tip Bayless.
That was terrible. Tip Bayless was popping.
Wow. Okay. So again, we got some time to kill.
I got a feeling it's some more draw. Yeah, it was Slim.
So we got a minute to kill while we're waiting for the main event, KSI. Let's talk real quick about Tank and Ryan, if in fact that is the fight that's going to happen next. I think Tank is clearly the favorite. I think all the savvy and the little things he's learning and all these title fights that Ryan has missed out on learning from, right? I mean, he's going to jump up 2 or 3 or 4 levels. And Tank, people say, okay, he didn't fight Lomachenko. We want to see Stevenson and Haney, but the collection of guys he has been facing are very good, solid professionals. With some of them are tall, some of them are smaller guys, and so he's gotten a look at some different styles. And I just imagine he's just more seasoned than Ryan. And little things like feints and positioning, that the little subtle, because they're both fast and they both punch hard. And Ryan's bigger than him, but I just think skill set wise, Tank has been learning too much in these fights that Ryan hasn't learned up to this point, being the younger guy. So Tank, I gotta make the favorite. I don't count Ryan out, because you can't teach size, speed, and power. There's 3 things you can't teach, and he's got them. But I gotta favor your man from Baltimore, Tank. What do you think, Ryan?
Like you said, Tank's gotta be the favorite in this fight. I think that Tank knocks Ryan out. We've seen Ryan go down. We've seen Ryan hurt. I think that we've seen Tank put enough people out. I've seen Tank put people out since way before he turned pro. And that's not something that you see a lot of a guy consistently knocking people out for years and years and years and years and years. And it's not just people at his weight. It's people smaller than him. It's people bigger than him. It's people that he shouldn't even be in the ring with. And I just think that he's a special talent. Um, and as far as being competitive, he's the ultimate competitor. And I think that Ryan, it's something wrong with Tank. I'm gonna just let the world know there's something wrong with Tank. He ain't he ain't the right motherfucker to just be picking with. You don't want to just be picking with Tank and getting him mad and shit like that. That's not what you want to do. Um, he I think that is Ryan's biggest mistake. He should have been humble about the fight.
Superman's cape.
Yeah, you tugging on Superman's cape, and this the Superman that put you down and you don't get up. I know he got up when he did go down, but if Ryan goes down against Tank, he's not getting up. And if he does get up, if he does happen to get up, it's gonna be ugly because he's hyped up. He's hyped up, Tank, and I think Tank came out and said that he'd rather beat somebody up for 12 rounds than to get the knockout, and I just don't think Ryan can take the heat. I don't think he can take the heat that Tank brings. I honestly don't think Ryan beats Tank, Devin, or Shakur. I don't think he comes close to winning 4 rounds against any of them. That's just my personal opinion because I've been watching all of them, not just Tank, Devin, and Shakur, but Ryan too. I've been watching all of them since way before they turned pro. Since Ryan and Devin was fighting each other in the amateurs. I've been watching them. So that's my opinion coming from seeing them come all the way from being little kids to fight now. I don't think that it's a good idea for Ryan to get in the ring with Tank. I think he's gonna regret that when it's all said and done.
Yeah, having never officially fought in a world title fight, I mean, you think you'd want to at least get one of those under your belt before.
He probably should have fought Pedraza. I would have probably gave him a good measuring tape.
Jojo Diaz.
Or even Isaac Cruz.
Veterans Golden Boy had that could have helped get him ready. I think he should have took the JoJo fight.
Yeah, JoJo's a southpaw, right?
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
Right.
But then you take the risk of losing. And I don't think he wanted to do that. I think he wanted to go get the money while it's there. And he feels, and credit to Ryan because he feels like he gonna beat Tank. And outside of being
truly. I mean, of course, every fighter feels like, especially when they're undefeated, feels like they're gonna win. Or is it just it's a lot of money?
Yeah, man. It's a lot of.
It's all about getting the dub. You leave no stone unturned, right? You go through with your tune-up to give yourself the best possible chance of winning the fight. Now he came out 2 days ago and said I actually had to not do the tune-up fight because they told me if I went ahead and did the tune-up fight that then I don't get the Tank fight. Mm-hmm. That's what he says. I mean, he's coming out weeks after the fact with that explanation, not when it happened. So that's all. That just pause. Part of me that gives me pause for Ryan is, leave no stone left unturned, and I don't think you can say you've done that heading into this fight by not doing the tune-up.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't know.
But then we don't know. Like you said, they may have been like, look, Tank trying to get right back, and we not waiting for you to do no tune-up. If you take a tune-up, we out of here. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. But when originally they were both supposed to fight, they both were supposed to have tune-up. So why they ever changed that? I don't know. I do believe.
I don't think that helped Ryan.
No, I definitely didn't. You definitely should have. If the person I'm fighting in a mega fight about to take a tune-up, I'm probably gonna take a tune-up too. But some fighters like Earl don't believe in tune-ups. Earl don't want no tune-ups. He don't care if he been out for. I thought he was walking out right now. I don't care if he been out for a year and a half. He don't want no tune-up. He come right back and fight the top guys. So you never really know. But I just think that.
Danny? I mean, he's Danny Garcia. So
he was a top guy in regards of he's been a world champion.
Yeah,
he you know what I'm saying? And it's not like he was It's not like he was old, like he was super old,
No.
or washed up. Or I actually think, in all honesty, that the Danny Garcia fight is a tougher fight than Keith Thurman. The Keith Thurman
It'll wind
for
up.
Earl, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I think
I
it'll
don't
wind
think
up being.
I don't think I think Keith's more dangerous than Danny ever was in that fight in the first 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those first 6 rounds. I think Keith's dangerous. But damn, did the Niners just throw an interception? But yeah, but I think he's more dangerous than Danny. Natural welterweight, more athletic. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to see the final bell like Danny did because he's not as durable as Danny.
And he's getting older. He got a lot more wear and tear on that.
He's dangerous in the first 6 rounds, though.
Of course, he's one-time Thurman.
Right.
Of course. Of course. A lot of people don't even know that man been a legend. I've been watching him since the amateurs. I've been watching him since he came out there. And he came out now. I don't know if this is on YouTube, but Keith Thurman had one of the most entertaining amateur fights of all time, where testing my boxing knowledge right now, and I can't even pull it up on my computer because I got it full screen. But I forget his opponent's name, but I know it was like 6 to 8 knockdowns in the fight. It was in Olympic trials. My boxing heads that really, really follow boxing, y'all remember it. It was like 6 to 8 knockdowns in the fight. They both had went down like 3 or 4 times. It was a crazy fight. I want to say Charles Hatley, but I'm not sure. I just remember that the trials was in I think they was in Mobile. I think that was the trials that was in Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, and that's when Deontay and them was fighting on the team. 2008 Olympic trials. So I don't know exactly who it was he fought. I think I can find out. Let me see what I can do for y'all.
One thing though about back to Tank and Ryan, play devil's advocate for Ryan. Tank, if there's one flaw for sure to pick out from him is and in part he doesn't throw a lot of punches per round, kind of like Canelo, because they're super accurate with their placement. They don't waste punches.
Mm-hmm.
But because he doesn't throw a lot of punches per round, guys like Mario Barrios, even Rolly, a couple of other guys have been able to bank some rounds. Do you think there's a scenario where that hurts him in this fight, where it's the 6th or 7th round, he's behind, and now against the taller guy looking to walk you into the check hook, you got to go and get him. And now you got,
How many times we seen Tank? How many times we seen Tank walk that down though? We seen Tank succeed with that same thing, and
not with a guy like this though.
It's almost like he's taking a page out of Floyd's book, because Floyd wasn't the fastest starter, but he's doing it a little different. He's doing it a little more calculated. Like if you watch the Rolly fight, I don't even think he threw like 4 punches in the first round or the 4th round or something like that. Mm-hmm. It was like a round that went by, he only threw 4 punches. He's much more calculated. But then when he lands, because when this is what makes Tank different, when he lands that shot, it's over for everybody. If they don't go down, they get hurt really, really bad.
Discombobulated.
They get hurt really, really bad. The man hit the boy in the eye. The man said, "I can't see. I ain't going back out there. It's 3 of them. Oh, that's too many Tanks for me." That's what it said. But
that's concussive power, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's straight.
I remember Virgil Hunter before the Kovalev rematch with Ward. And he was the one that really put me on that term, concussive power.
Mm-hmm. It's more than a thud. It's more than a flash. It's just like it changes your whole being, man. I've only seen it. I've never felt it like concussive power like that. I hope not to ever have to experience that. Right. But Gervonta Tank Davis is like the Deontay Wilder down there in that lightweight division, whereas he don't have to be. He don't.
In terms of how he throws the uppercut, how he digs.
Yeah. In style wise, yeah. But I was more so referring to the point of he don't have to be the perfect boxer. He only got to be perfect for 1 second. He only got to throw one punch perfect, and that's against anybody. I don't care who it is. He only got to be perfect for 1 second. And
I can't say he as great a puncher as Tank is. He's a bona fide knockout artist.
Like remember I'm
50 of them joints.
Remember I'm biased. I'm a little biased because I grew up with Tank.
Like me and Tom Zanetti.
Exactly. I grew up with Tank. I love Tank. That's like my brother. But from a boxing standpoint, I just think that they keep putting everybody in front of him. He keep knocking them all out. Aside from Isaac Cruz, he keep knocking them all out. And you're right. It's not like a one punch Deontay like Rolly was. Rolly definitely was. But it's not as consistent like where Tank would just be losing, and just one punch, it's over like Deontay. Deontay is notorious for that. He could be losing every round and then it's over. 1 second.
Ortiz rematch.
Exactly. Ortiz rematch.
And then landed one right hand and it was all that she learned.
It was. I was correct. It was Charles Hadley. That
Okay, good shit, Rock. Look at Rock.
Yeah,
Rock
it was Charles Hadley.
Remember shit from the amateurs because you were there.
Yeah.
Half the time watching.
Yeah. Right? 2000. It was August 24th, 2007. That's crazy. How I remember that, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how I remember just even thinking about Keith Thurman in that fight, but that was one of the greatest amateur fights of all time. If anybody could ever pull that up or get that, that would be a thriller to watch. You'd definitely be entertained. It was a 4-round. That's back when we had 4 2-minute rounds in the amateurs. So y'all go watch that fast-paced madness. There's about 6 knockdowns in that fight.
Marshall Zay asked me where is the Ife and Jagba fight tonight? That's on ESPN. Yeah, that's on ESPN.
And he's fighting Stephen Shaw. That's gonna be a good fight, man. That's gonna be a good fight. Stephen Shaw.
We're gonna go over 2 tonight, bro. Because Guido Vianello probably gonna lose that O to Johnny Rice.
Oh, Johnny Rice fighting tonight.
He is.
Let's go. Okay, Johnny Rice. Let's go. And I have sparred both of those guys. I sparred both of those guys.
What is that fight?
Johnny Rice.
Do you think Johnny wins?
Johnny Rice. I don't care. Johnny Rice all day. And I'm not just saying that just because Johnny's lives in Vegas. I'm saying that because the confidence in Johnny Rice, the story behind Johnny Rice. Johnny Rice already lost. He already lost, and he still got himself here. And you know, like you said, dude is undefeated, but sometimes being undefeated means you just ain't fight the right person yet. You just ain't fought nobody that knew how to dial your number. And Johnny Rice know how to dial some numbers, man. He might got that boy number tonight. I think Guido is go. Like I said, I've been in there with Guido. I've been in there with Johnny Rice. I sparred both of them numerous times. I actually was in camp with Guido for I think like 3 or 4 weeks.
He's got good feet and a good jab, Guido, right? But he seems the type that if you make him fight, he doesn't like that.
I think that John. I think they probably took. Well, I don't have no idea why they would fight Johnny Rice. Now.
Sometimes Top Rank will do that if they want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
They feel like,
yeah,
man, this guy ain't really good enough for us to be invested in the next 3, 4, 5. Sometimes they'll put you in with a shark, and if he comes out alive, cool, we'll keep him. But if not,
Johnny Rice definitely a shark in the water.
Right.
They definitely this is definitely a test for Guido, and it's a heavyweight test. It's a big boy test. Johnny Rice a big boy. That's a big boy. Guido's a big boy. So that just I really honestly I just think that the experience, the know-how, the grit, I think that's what's gonna win this for Johnny Rice. And
don't want him to revert back to sparring partner mentality though, right?
And he seemed to kick that though. He seemed to kick that in his last performances, fighting Michael Coffey, Polite. He took his own and then beat him again after that. And it seemed like he kicked that kind of sparring partner, get in there and just kind of let the rounds go by mentality that he had, and was screaming after the last fight. Thank you, Al Heyman. I'm a 6-figure fighter now, and I can testify. He's been training like a 6-figure fighter. He's been when I go over there to their gym, he always in the gym. Before he even had a fight lined up, he was already sparring. This I know from before I left to London. So this is early October. I know Johnny was already getting ready for something at the beginning of the year. I forgot that he was fighting Guido. That's definitely gonna be a good fight. I got Johnny coming out on top though. I like that fight though. It's a good fight.
Johnny wins that fight too. It pains me to say that to my Roman, my Zan. He's all we got in the heavyweight division, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Nah, yeah, but he's good though. He's good though. He's not like a guy you can write off. So definitely can't write off Guido. It's not a lock for Johnny, but he definitely got to come out and do his thing.
You know, sometimes guys, and you get this in the heavyweight division with guys that didn't pursue boxing in the first place. They're an athlete, and boxing's kind of sometimes them big guys are too nice.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? They don't have that killer instinct.
Yeah.
We'll see that with Guido. I know. Yeah.
And that was what a lot of people criticized Johnny for a long time. And it seemed like, I don't know who he called. I think he called Rodney Chrysler.
Rodney, I was going to say.
He called Rodney, got that killer up in him, man. He been looking good for a minute. Devin Haney. When you hear that Devin Haney, you know, I'm not going to say what the combination is, but just know something coming. Something coming. You hit Devin Haney. Man, and that just shows you that just shows you how much love we got here in Vegas for Devin Haney, man. We got whole combinations named after you, champ. We appreciate you. Continue to put on for the city. Continue to be undisputed. And then here we go. FaZe Temper coming to the ring.
All right, FaZe Temper got the Bruce Lee joints, right? The yellow and black Bruce Lee kind of robe coming in. I'm feeling
like he's walking out to Wu-Tang.
Very, very quiet. Almost seemed intimidated. Yeah, listen, Tom.
Oh no, Rick Ross. Okay.
Never mind. He's not good. We were talking about entrance song could be the tone setter. FaZe Temper, big underdog, I imagine. Having lost by knockout to Slim, who was in the co-main tonight. But had he come out to Wu-Tang Clan, might have been able to set that tone and maybe.
Did you hear me just say that?
No. But then you said it's not Wu-Tang Clan. It's Rick
Ross.
Yeah,
it was Rick Ross. Every damn hustler.
He had a chance.
He had it. Set the tone. I don't know.
I know you like Rick Ross, but
No, I don't. I actually don't.
Okay, good.
He tweeted something about me. I wasn't feeling it, so I'm not.
He did?
Yeah, I don't even rock with Rick Ross no more. I stopped playing his music and everything.
I don't know what took you so long.
So KSI's walkout song, if y'all didn't know,
right,
I know we got KSI out here, but he is walking out to his newly released track. He released a track today, and I think that's the song he's walking out to. Yes.
Hector Macho Camacho. Oh no, Niners just got scored on.
Is it 7-10?
14-13.
14-13.
Seahawks up. Damn, Niners. All right, just hang in there, and I'm gonna be there in the second half.
I'm glad I ain't take that under.
Damn, Niners. But here comes
sold out arena again. Yo, Misfits has every KSI event is sold out. That's wild. You see they got the great one in there. The great one, boxing icon Michael Buffer, who people last year were talking about was retiring from boxing.
Right.
He's still here at Misfits, man.
Man, he was negotiation tactics. So I'm gonna retire. No, Michael, get the bag. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he said the price went up. It ain't the same as it was yesterday. Price went up, man.
KSI in the ring. A guy that, again, I don't not quite as familiar as you rock with these guys, but you can see the improvement for KSI
Mm-hmm.
throughout the last couple of fights. No doubt about that.
Man, I thought KSI was not good at all. I was like, man, this guy is trash. This guy don't know what he's doing. Even when he beat Logan.
Way more impressed with Logan Paul's athleticism.
Yeah.
Than, even though KSI got the win, I was still like, if anything, I'm more impressed with the athletic ability of Paul. Yeah, he's gotten better.
What really changed my mind was nothing that he did in any fights. It wasn't anything he did in any fights. It was what I seen him doing behind the scenes. It was, I never seen, I'm telling you right now, he's warm. He's warmed up. I promise you. I never seen someone go that hard before they had to fight, whether it be amateur, pro, or what. But the way he was just getting ready for the fight, it showed me like, okay, this guy really got to take this serious because he's doing a whole like strenuous workout before he go out there and fight. Now let me see how he fight. Then he went out there, he performed. So it showed me like, okay, this guy really takes this serious. And then I went and I watched him and I watched how much he's developed and how much he's learned. And I can't do nothing but be impressed by how far he's come. I can't wait to see this fight.
Remember George Foreman back in the day? One thing that drove him crazy was guys going in there without sweat.
Mm-hmm.
That was almost like his thing.
Yep. He didn't like to see people dry.
Right.
Yeah. That's definitely.
Knocked out in the first round, right?
Yeah, it is. You catch a shot cold, it could be all she wrote. So you take a good look at their bodies. You already can see KSI got a nice sweat going on. You see he still got sweat on his face. I don't know, face temperature.
That hairline starting to go back. Let me take another look.
Good luck.
I think so. It's okay. We're all getting older, brother. How's your hairline looking, Rock?
I'm Gucci.
Yeah, you look straight. Yeah,
I'm
you
straight.
good.
Shout out to Tim, man. Tim been my barber since the 8th grade, and he's still my barber today. The only person.
What part of the house he at?
He come to you. He cut to my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. That's that gold-blooded shit.
Man, this is he been doing this since we was in middle school. He been coming to cut people since he been in middle school, bro. And I stay loyal to my people, man. So shout out to Tim, man. I appreciate him.
Let's get this first.
And he's you probably seen him fight before, Sean.
What was his name?
Tim Evans.
I feel like I might have.
In the amateurs on a Vegas show, you may have seen him fight before. I'm pretty sure. He be refereeing now.
He didn't wind up going pro though. He just cut.
Nah, he just he went to the army.
Uh-huh.
So salute to him for that as well.
Yep, chat. We are getting set for. Someone said Shaggy and Scooby Doo doing play-by-play. That's fucked up. Okay, so
damn, I got no love for
free again. Not nowhere for free. It's just waiting on the first round to start getting going here, and then we'll call the round-by-round action for this KSI main event against Temper FaZe. Temper FaZe with that Brazilian flag in the back. Maybe he tries a little jiu-jitsu if the boxing isn't going well. KSI is in shape.
Yeah, man, that man works hard.
Man, his body has transformed since.
That's that man behind him is Alexis. That's the head coach. That was my coach when I went over to London. Oh my goodness, them guys are best of the best. Like,
is Coach Wade still working with him?
Coach Wade.
KSI?
Larry Wade. I don't think so. But I know if he comes to America, that probably would be the case because Larry Wade is creme de la creme over here.
Right. All right, Brazil versus England versus United Kingdom. KSI versus FaZe Temper.
And they will empty the ring now.
KSI now, Rock?
I think he's 1-0. He only fought Logan. I don't know if this is a sanctioned fight. I don't think this is a sanctioned fight. And maybe they go that we gotta tell them about that. Yeah, we gotta tell them about that barcode. That barcode crazy.
That's unacceptable. There's Malik Scott.
Yep. Malik
If there's a
Scott
good guy
in the corner of FaZe Temper.
been training out in LA, where there's always great sparring in LA. That's probably one of the best spots you could go to get good work, right?
Mm-hmm. Gerald Washington in the corner as well.
Yep, Gerald Washington, also from LA.
But they cannot swing for him.
No.
They can't swing for that man. They can't take a punch for him. And they can't move away from a punch for him. You heard me. Main event, y'all. How y'all feeling? What's y'all picks? Final picks right now in the chat if y'all can.
I mean, from what I imagine, KSI is about to look good, right? I mean, FaZe Temper falling short against Slim last fight. That should give you a proper gauge of how he's going to stack up with KSI.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it should, but one thing about it, because this is boxing, if fighter A beats fighter B, and fighter B beats fighter C, that does not mean fighter C can't beat fighter A. So that's why we fight the fights. This is why we fight the fights. KSI has a huge statement to make. So coming out here and knocking out Temper would go ahead, and it wouldn't make the statement that he wants, but it'd be a step in the right direction. We all would have much rather seen him fighting Dylan Dennis tonight. Dylan Dennis, the pro UFC
MMA guy.
2-0. Shit talker. Definitely wanted to see that.
Pulling out of the fight, kind of unsurprisingly. If you,
I heard that he did that in the UFC. I heard that he used to do that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even familiar with it, but I'm seeing clips of him and Ariel Helwani online. I'm going, this guy's not going to show up on fight night.
Right.
And he didn't. So now we get KSI against FaZe Temper. Round one, here we go again. KSI in tremendous shape. That body transformation is complete. And he starts round one off the jab. Got the old school Hector Camacho pink trunks against
Thank you. I was just about to say I want to see cause KSI came out with his chin like kind of up in the air.
Right uppercut to the body from KSI.
Oh, it looked like he's trying to. I think it looks like from the way he's swinging, it looks like he's trying to beat Slim's record. It looks like he's trying to.
You got him out there in the second, right?
In the second, in like the middle of the second round or towards the end of the second round, I think. And
now FaZe Temper backing off.
Yeah, I was about to say he doesn't look like he doesn't. Now, if you look in his eyes, he doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying, like he's coming to hurt him. KSI's got to get this guy out of there. He don't want to be in there.
FaZe Temper actually walking KSI
into some straight left hands. He's southpaw.
Yeah. No, he actually got him in with a little right first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he touched him with it first.
And here you'll see this is what KSI does. He's going to go and push the pace after that. You score, all right, now he's coming back with 2 or 3 more. So we're going to see if he could use some head movements, some short steps.
But Temper right now is trying to use that length, keep it long, keep it rangy,
and
make KSI reach with those shots. Now KSI punching in combinations, gets a left hook in, but he walks into a little bit.
Yeah, he's walking into these straight left hands, and it's fighting southpaws, man. Fighting southpaws is tricky for people who haven't done it. That was a good step around.
Yeah, you see him trying to take the angle there.
Yeah, that was a good step around. I like that.
KSI blocking that straight left hand.
Now, I'm glad he's starting to catch it now.
Little bounce, puts his hands at his waist, eats a jab from FaZe Temper.
So you can see the adjustments that Malik Scott has made in
straight left hand, straight right hand.
Oh, right hand followed by a left hand, and FaZe Temper is night. And I told y'all he was troll. He fell again. Oh, I told y'all he was coming to beat Slim's record. He was coming to knock out FaZe faster than Slim did, and he did it. Point proven. That's the way that was almost the only acceptable outcome for KSI to make sense of this fight. What a knockout! That was awesome. That was awesome.
And instead of cutting the distance and getting closer to his guy once he threw, he decided, I'm athletic. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in with my feet and hands at the same time. Jumped in with a straight right hand. And the right hand got in a little bit, but it was really the left hook that followed it that really ended it for FaZe Temper. So yeah, KSI he used that athleticism a little bit. Started bouncing on his toes before the knockout, and kind of like Roy Jones used to. I mean, come on, let's not be blasphemous here, but
Look,
instead
they're
of
gonna
catching
push-ups.
distance,
They're gonna jump in
he
push-ups.
had enough bounce in his legs that he could just jump in and whack, whack, and he gets the knockout
Yep. Yep.
off the 2-3, right?
Yep. 2-3.
Yep.
It looked like it looked like he threw the right hand and then followed with the left hook, and it came. It may not have been technically perfect, but if he seriously wants to make a case for fighting Jake Paul, that was the way to do it. That's the way to get people to take you serious about fighting Jake Paul.
I think he has a little bit more speed than Jake Paul.
He had to knock FaZe out. He had to knock FaZe out. I had to give him that, and he did. That was great. I'm glad he did.
Sometimes, Rock, are you not even? I mean, of course, you want the shot to land, but sometimes on that first, like when you threw the 2 and the 3, the straight right hand and the left hook. Sometimes on that first shot, do you even care if it lands or not?
Hell yeah.
That second shot, it's really about. Sometimes it's a throwaway punch just to make him move his head in a certain direction or place it. And it's really about getting that second or third shot in, right? You're not worried about that first shot as much.
Yeah, that's exactly what it. It's like a placement shot, almost like a jab. It's almost like jabbing with your right hand. So when you set up the jab, you want to set the jab up to bring the right hand. But when, the way he did it, he wanted to put the right hand out there, boom, to bring the left hook.
Right. That's old school. That's a trick that's been over 100 years. Ali used to do that.
Yep.
He was fighting Joe Frazier. People think it was all the 1-2 for Ali, jab, straight right hand, jab, straight. But sometimes Ali, he would throw that little lead right hand out there just to come back with the left hook.
And KSI has not lost a boxing match. He hasn't lost a boxing event yet during this whole. As long as the influence have been doing this, he got a draw with Logan Paul. He beat Logan Paul. And then he's got. Excuse me.
Close fight. I thought KSI won.
Oh yeah. Close fight though. Close fight. But
closest one he's had so far.
Look at the Magic Man. Yeah, it's definitely.
Who's that? His mom?
I'm not sure.
I'm guessing that's his mom.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's mom.
That's gotta be mom.
Yeah, I think that's mom.
All right, so before we get out of here, before I see these Niners have to turn up in the second half and take care of their business, because they're bullshitting a little bit in the first half. The question now is KSI, Jake Paul, who do you favor and why? I'll say I won't give a pick right away, but I think KSI's got the hand speed a little bit, but Jake Paul a little more fundamentally sound, a little more comfortable in the fundamentals. It's a close fight. It's a close fight. How do you see it, Rock?
I'm going with my boy. I'm going with KSI, man. I think that like I said, when Temper started when Temper landed a good punch, KSI coming back with 3 or 4. He's trying to get that back. I just think that with 2 guys with not a whole lot of experience, the person that works harder and that pushes the pace and dogs it out is gonna come out on top. And I just think that Jake Paul will be a favorite, and a lot of people gonna win a lot of money when they bet on KSI.
Well, I know that's what happened when he fought his brother Logan. Is that truthfully, Logan was the better athlete.
Yeah.
But KSI had more dog in him.
Yeah.
And clawed that fight out against a guy I thought was more talented than he was.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately he had more. He wanted it more. So maybe he did that with one Paul brother. Maybe that would be the case with Jake again. I do think Jake is more of a natural fighter than Logan. He's got more dog in him than Logan does. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we got to see about that. Because I think that JJ thinks and believes that Logan may be a tougher fight than Jake.
I think Logan's more athletic than Jake.
Yeah.
But Jake has gotten better fundamentals than Logan. He's dedicated himself to the craft a little bit more.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And it's official, y'all. Still undefeated and the cruiserweight champion, winner by first round knockout, KSI, and that sets up. That's perfect. I mean, Misfits just signed a 5-year deal with the Zone. You got the first round knockout, great card. That's probably gonna be Prime's knockout of the night.
Poppy. Oh no, you're right. KSI, man.
Yeah.
KSI takes it.
Yeah,
Takes it.
I think that KSI that right hand left hook. I think that
Yeah.
I mean, and then considering that
Also, Salt Poppy's guy could have got up.
Yeah.
And just chose not to.
And Temper tried to get up.
Temper hadn't recovered in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and Temper tried to get up and fell back down. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that one to KSI. Hey, top to bottom, man. Top to bottom. Like I said, y'all, these are not the most fundamentally sound fighters. These are people who love boxing just like you and I. They enjoy the sport. And they took a chance, man. They took a chance and got in there as influencers who have a following. So they took a chance in it's so easy to get embarrassed in boxing, man. It's so easy. So my hat goes off to all these fighters.
There's really nothing to be embarrassed about. No matter even if you get stopped, dropped on the body shot, you get knocked out the first round. I always feel there really isn't nothing to truly be ashamed about. You still showed more courage than most people ever will.
Yeah, that's true. But fighters don't look at it like that. I'm trying to tell you from the fighter view. But yeah.
No, I mean, of course, if you've done all this training, you expect to win the title fight, and you get put out in one round. Of course, you're gonna feel disappointed and all that. But I would always like to just be here to point out to each and every fighter, in the biggest of big pictures, you got heart, you got courage, just for
getting in there.
Place,
Just for getting in there. And there goes my boy Derek Chisora, who is a huge influence in the KSI camp, man. That man comes to the gym, he put a smile on everybody's face. He got everybody working hard. He's pushing everybody, and he's the vet that's really the old dog that's really still running with the young bucks, man. He really gets in the gym. He really goes hard. He does everything that everybody else has to do. And Derek Chisora, man, what an inspiration. That's a great guy for KSI to have around. I know y'all don't know him as JJ, so sometimes if I say JJ, I apologize, but that's KSI. I'm referring to KSI if I say JJ. But yeah,
like everyone that really knows him and messes with him, they call him JJ.
Yeah.
KSI, so.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely a great show, man. Misfits 4. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
I'll close on. I might still give the edge to Jake just because one thing DJ Flores seems to have a knack of Jake doing at some point, and he doesn't throw a lot of punches. I have a feeling KSI is going to let his hands go a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling KSI might be winning that fight and get knocked out because BJ seems to have Jake at some point he lines up and lands that right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling if and when he lands that right hand, he can hurt KSI. Being that we've seen him hurt Tyrone Woodley and Anderson Silva, the guys that aren't boxers, guys that are old.
I think we gotta see. We gotta see because I think we gotta see because how is KSI gonna respond at that moment, and how is how can Jake land that punch? Sometimes you go into a fight and you just can't land it. You just can't see it. KSI is in tremendous shape. So what if it's an 8-round fight, he gets up 6 rounds or he gets up 5 rounds and then takes off, and Jake's gonna be fishing looking for a knockdown. He may wind up walking into getting himself knocked out. So we see KSI clearly has some type of punching power. He can knock people out. So ladies and gentlemen, that was.
Even in influencer boxing, Rock. Jake's on Showtime and PFL and KSI just signed that 5 years with the Zone. So even in influencer boxing,
Is this Joe Fournier? Joe Fournier, who is 9-0 with 9 knockouts, is is in KSI's face right now, y'all, and he's saying he's ready.
He fought on the Triller card.
Yeah, he fought David Hay.
The reggaeton artist, and beat him up.
The only time I seen him fight was David Hay.
I saw him beat up the reggaeton artist.
When was that?
That was on the Ben Askren Jake Paul card.
Oh, I didn't see that. I gotta watch that because I seen him fight David Hay on the Vitor Belfort Holyfield undercard.
Right, they were basically sparring. Right?
Yeah, that was like a glorified sparring session. I think David Hay only used one hand.
So, but all right, folks, I think I'm gonna catch this second half of the 49ers. Shout out to the Niner gang. Shout out to Rock. Anything,
yes.
Go ahead and sign us off, man.
Man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's our first time doing a fight, but we will be back with traditional boxing. We'll be back on some big cards. We'll especially some pay-per-view events when we both line it up and get it ready. So if y'all enjoyed the content, make sure y'all tweet us. Make sure y'all type it in the comments. Make sure y'all tag everybody, all the shows y'all want to see us on. Make sure y'all tag them. Any type of support is very much appreciated. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us through this fights. Misfits 4 was crazy. Thank y'all. We had a great show. I like to thank my partner, Sean Zittel, man. And y'all make sure y'all follow him. God bless. Y'all the best.
This was your baby, Rock. This was mainly you.
Well, let's do it, man. We gotta take it to. We gonna take it to the next level. I can't wait, man. Misfits 5 will be back. The next big card, I'm not sure what the next big card is, but if Sean got time, I got time too. We'll be here bringing y'all content. I hope y'all liked the way we reviewed the fights today. Next time we'll give y'all something with some fights in boxing. So we got y'all.
Thank you, Rock. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Shout out to Fight Hype.
Thank you. See you, everybody. Have a good Saturday and go Niners and go Ravens later tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tomorrow night. Yeah. Cool. All right, Rock. I'll catch you later, brother.
All right, Sean.
To get out of here.